All of this looks like you're sitting at the table. It's kind of neat.
Sitting at the table.
Like you're a person sitting at the table.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. Yep.
I didn't mean to do that.
Turned around.
Everyone's like, what? And,
Throw dice at the camera.
It's the point of viewer vision.
point of viewer vision. Point of sewer Susan.
You got a sewer
Sewer Susan.
Sewer Susan.
Yeah, one of the other versions.
Yeah.
Ben's gonna be confused. He's like, you got 2 lives on TikTok. I don't know what to do.
Oh, it's like,
I have to turn on one of my 15 TVs in the living room. It's gonna make it very warm in here. So now we have our TikTok streams on YouTube as well, which is really cool. Damn it, Dennis.
Hey, I'm
So
just
should
I'm
I
just an old timer, you know?
go through everything that I'm setting up as far as what the ceremony or the ordeal is going to be?
Well, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to have you go on your vision quest, and throughout your vision, you will have to perform some rituals to generate appeasement points. And then by the end of the quest, hopefully you will have enough appeasement points generated to complete.
So basically the vision quest is the
ordeal. Yeah, essentially.
All right. Well, because there are a couple of the offerings that was going to use also.
Okay.
So I didn't know if you wanted to. I was just going to go through what the rituals are and the offerings I was going to use.
Yeah.
And how that's going to affect.
Okay. Go ahead and let me know which offerings you're.
Well, the offerings I was going to do a food offering and a carving, a sacrificial figurine.
Okay.
And then burn them for the burn offerings part of it.
Okay. That will probably take place. That'll be part before your actual vision quest.
Okay.
So those are your offerings will take place, and then you'll go on your vision quest to generate the appeasement.
Yeah. So the food offering adds 1 die to the ritual roll.
Okay.
For blessings.
Okay.
Since it's a blessing, medicine is the favor. The carving, the sacrificial figurine also is for blessing medicine.
Okay.
And then the burnt offering, when you burn them, well, they both add a die.
Okay.
So it would add 2 die.
Okay.
Overall.
To your ritual rolls.
And then burning them adds plus 1 appeasement. So that would be 2 extra appeasement right there for doing that.
Yeah. So keep track of all that.
Yeah.
Especially your appeasement points.
Yeah. And then I did pick up actually so I picked up paint.
Okay.
Which is separate from sand paint.
Right, yeah.
Fasting.
Okay.
And dance.
Good. I'm glad you took fasting, because that's going to kind of actually fit.
Yeah.
Really
well, the fasting would be definitely. Fasting is actually starts at 3 appeasement points, and it's like.
Yeah, you get quite a bit.
So yeah. And for the paint, but basically, for all of my rituals, the tattooing, the highest one is an 8-hour ritual. The sand painting, the highest one is 2 hours. Spirit song is 5 to 10 minutes, so that's just kind of added in. Then the paint is another 2 hours, and the dance is another 4 hours.
Right.
And then the fasting, it's each day of fasting.
Right.
And I have to make a vigor check each day.
Yeah.
Now, it doesn't say if you fail that it actually stops it. It's just when you fail, you take wind.
Right. Yeah.
So I can still...
It's just that you might pass out.
Yeah.
You have the potential to...
I mean, I do have 22 wind.
Right. But
so
if you fail 3 days in a row, it's like, oh my god.
Well,
But yeah, you get the wind back.
Look,
But
it's
yeah, I don't
Calvin's
think you
steam
fail.
wagon. Wah!
yeah.
No, that's cannon's sticking out.
And Jonathan Carpenter, 1984, is joined.
John
And
Carpenter.
Accounts, 1987, is joined. Hi, guys. Thank
Hello.
you.
Done that rat fink style. That's funny.
You could do that with the manatee popping out.
Right?
Would... The question is, would an animal spirit sacrifice
Right here, Amber.
be
Off to the side.
appropriate?
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously not wolf, because it's
No,
never
I wouldn't do that. But yeah, that would work.
Okay.
And Becksighted has joined.
Becksighted!
Thanks.
Ba-ba-bomb!
'86 Ranger 302 is joined. Hey, Ranger.
No.
Hello from the other side.
Of the screen.
About a 10-second delay.
Not surprising.
The Hindra Fantastic One has joined.
Hello!
Fantastic.
So the way you're setting it up, is it going to be basically individual rituals throughout?
Probably. There will be certain points where you'll have to perform rituals.
Okay.
And then generate appeasement points, and then you move on and do another ritual. There'll be a couple rituals you can do in the real world, but
Yeah.
then some of your others will be during your vision quest.
If he's eating pudding while he's doing it, does that
That's
assist
like
him?
an extra die of damage
Ah, there you go.
to him.
To him? Self-sustaining
Especially if
damage.
it's tapioca. 'cause
What about that?
That's just
Hold on. God damn it, I'm choking. Who put rice pudding in here anyway?
Alright.
Don't start doing that.
I know. It's alright. No, it's fine. I have apparently a Victorian sleeping schedule now, so it's all messed up.
Up at midnight to go visit your neighbors and then back to sleep by 3 in the
I don't
morning.
visit anybody. Yeah, I come home from work after 10 hours, and I usually am in bed by 6 or 6:30, and then I wake up at midnight, come downstairs, draw for a couple hours. Because on my days off, then I go back upstairs at like 3 or 3:30, and go back down, and
Sweet
wake up
deal.
at 7, and I'm like, and I'm good to go for the day.
Oh, nice.
What's the floor roll?
There's one over here.
Ain't none of
One
them.
right down there. You can reach it with your foot. Forward, board right there.
Beats mine. Just get off at 7 in the morning and go to bed and don't wake up till, maybe 10 o'clock the next night.
No,
So just two.
I thought there was 3.
Sound like a mess of them.
Oh, dice always sound like a mess.
Yeah.
number 3. Oh, that'd have been my basement. You would never found it.
Oh, I forgot my cup. Bill got me one of those little drink cups with the straw. Geeky tiki.
Geeky
A
tiki?
little Skeletor tiki.
Oh.
I was going to bring it tonight. I walked out and forgot it. Darn it.
We're getting old. We can't remember everything.
Yeah.
I was going to bring my dignity tonight, but fucking left that somewhere.
You had some of that?
And I was trying to keep it hidden.
What is it?
Dignity.
Dignity.
You can sell it on eBay, you know.
Cheap. It's cheap to sell, hard to buy though.
Yeah. It's actually what you have to sell before you can start a. What is it? We joked about having the channel on the.
Oh, for Twitch or
No, not Twitch. The
YouTube?
the porn.
oh yeah, Pornhub.
No, not Pornhub.
Oh,
but the
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans. Yeah,
Oh.
you have to get rid of your dignity.
Dignity.
Yeah, if you have dignity, you're automatically disqualified.
I probably think that once we get a further down the road with this, for April Fool's Day, we should do an OnlyFans and just have it be have like Dale or somebody do an animation of this gaming, but it'd all be like French maids and but completely animated.
Oh, yeah. No.
Just take the audio from one of the games and sync it with a cartoon. Show no pornography or no nudity whatsoever, but just have it be completely suggestive.
So we should just play a game of Tune then.
Yeah.
That was suggestive enough.
Yeah.
Remember that if anyone is caught or killed, the secretary would disavow any object or action. Irishman 419 is joined. Alright, Irishman.
Oh, thank goodness! I was wondering what happened to him because 420 was just terrible.
Yeah, that's good.
Ah. Mike groped me.
Yeah, I saw it.
No molestation.
No moleste. It's my no square, Mike.
City Slime Carter is joined. Hey, City. And if I missed anybody, I'm sorry I can't keep track of the thing the entire time, so my apologies, but everybody, welcome. Thank you for showing up.
Dennis is our door greeter.
Door reader.
The Walmart that is the Raconteur Society.
Your hosts.
Welcome to Raconteur Society. Enjoy your day. Welcome to Raconteur Society. Enjoy your day.
Get your stuff and get out.
The security guard at Walmart right now has his face mask is an LED screen and it says "Living the life, working at Walmart." Yes. I just wanted to say, if you work for Permar, they can rip that off your face and kick you out the door. But I guess Securitas is a little more relaxed.
Securitas probably doesn't even know he works for him.
He just got his Securitas uniform standing out there.
I wouldn't be surprised. Securitas who does our security, and I'm like, where did they find this guy?
Where are they going?
I think he has Alzheimer's.
They got him out at St. Mary's too, and it's all old guys.
Yeah,
Quite
it's all
honest,
old guys in our building.
Right.
Quite honestly, I'm not trying to be mean, but they're the ones that flunked out of Permar.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Well, Permar couldn't keep me, so gotta go over to Sir. When I first started, I got hired as a Securitas, but they never assigned me anywhere.
See?
So-
They didn't know you worked for them.
Oh yeah.
How you work for him?
Why does this guy keep showing up on our list?
They keep calling me to like go to work, and I'm like, "Where is it? Menards? Nope. I'd work for them if they put me on the same areas. That'd be an easy job. But
Well, we got to do it Menards.
you gotta sit in that little booth right outside where you do they drive back to get the wood and whatever they get.
Okay.
You gotta check their loads and check them before they go, check them after they go through, check them. And you're out in the weather the whole time. The booth isn't air conditioner heated, from what I understand.
Joe
So,
Gogan Zero has joined. Hey, Joe.
Hello.
what's up, Joe?
Go, Joe.
Go, Joe!
We've been waiting forever to
Yeah.
do that joke. I'm just saying.
30 years in the waiting.
And now we can all die happy.
Yep. Well, we can all die. How about that?
We will. Don't worry.
Oh, you put your microphone disc on top of my timer. Ain't that cute?
It was made to be.
It was made to be.
Now he sees you, now he don't. Now he sees you, now he don't.
Accounts 1987 has joined again. They must have accidentally popped off.
Oh, that's why that one.
Hello, Robert Smith.
Robert Smith.
From The Cure?
Yep.
That's awesome.
Sweet.
Bobby! Robert Smith from The Cure is here. That's her favorite band. She'd be like, oh my god, I love you.
Do we have Facebook up and running yet?
Nope.
Okay, didn't think so.
Having problems.
Just had to check.
I've actually been looking at
Ooh, that was sour.
5th edition D&D.
I got the core books, but I haven't got anything else
Why?
yet. Just the players and the dungeons and the monsters. In case one day I decided to just figure it out because
Well, it's pretty much the same thing. It's not that different. It's actually because the 4th edition was the one that was all sorts of
Weird
funky,
junky and weird and trying to make a card game out of it and everything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah. The
They already had Spellfire. They shot their load a long time ago.
Oh, it's Bellfire.
but yeah, I'm actually looking at running a game for the household.
Cool.
Yeah, I saw a game on the Fans of the Dead Game Society on Facebook. It was Crimson Skies.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that sounds really cool. It's basically a diesel punk. It's like 1930s America, but it's all divided.
Yeah.
And all the airplanes are like experimental aircraft. It's all air pirates. And I'm like, wow, that sounds like so much fun. So I kind of looked into it. It's basically Car Wars.
No.
Playing, like, oh, well,
Ah.
it's character driven, awesome, but your character just has like 5 stats for flying and shooting, and you get just like Car Wars. And I'm
That's all
like,
the stats you need.
That's a little more in depth.
but it was the premise was really cool.
Yeah.
It was a really neat story. I was like, well, hell, I just run it as Deadlands Noir and use the aerial maneuvers from the Deadlands.
Oh, yeah.
Do it that way. Yeah. Looked cool, but I was like, nah, I'm not gonna stick with it. I already had Car Wars. I don't Car Wars again. With new rules.
Car Wars. Was it Deadlands or what's the
Deadlands Reloaded?
Reloaded? Car Wars Reloaded.
Oh. They rebooted it a couple times.
I still want to find, what was it? That one that was on a crawfish and. Is an old role-playing game. It's Creeks and Crawfish or something like that. It's supposed
Creeks
to,
and crawfish.
it's D&D, I guess, where your world is a creek. And all the players are crawfish or something like that. I saw it on one of those dead game groups that we're on, and I was like, I gotta find that. That just sounds terrible.
Kind of a contemporary version of low life.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, it kind of sounds like Bunnies and Burrows.
Oh,
You remember that one?
yeah.
You remember that.
Back in the day.
Yeah, see, with Car Wars, it was all D6s for damage, so I actually had it to where you'd make your character as a Ghostbusters character, so it was still D6s.
Hmm.
So when you're out of your car, we could actually run stories and interact and have the Ghostbusters system, but when you were in your car, you went to the Car Wars rules. So, like, depending on if you had, like, the talent drive, you got bonuses to your driving rolls, just like you do in Car Wars. That worked out pretty well. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, I think I played
Bitch
one of
bullocks.
Bitch Bullocks and her, was it like kind of a Camaro looking thing that shot pink paint. I had Executioner who drove like this Dodge Charger looking vehicle that had blades all over it. He would just run down
Dodge
people.
Charger.
Yeah. I think I called it the
Hi, Kimberly. I guess I'm strange.
Storm or
I'm kidding.
something. I actually have a couple notebooks where I drew all the cars.
Sorry, Robert. I didn't see what you said, man. Take it easy.
All the books. And
Robert Smith used to play Dungeons and Dragons.
oh, yeah?
Title 520 has joined, and Las Mobsta has joined. Hey,
Lost Mobster?
Ross Lobster!
Los Mobsta.
Los Mobster. Welcome.
Lobster.
We're not actually making fun.
No, not yet. I did, but I climbed my way back. That was a response to Kimberly there.
We're trying to get our Facebook feed up here. We're having technical difficulties.
Always with Mike.
Technical difficulties.
Fired!
Fired!
Didn't we fire him last time?
Yeah, but he's coming back.
He's like
Somebody keeps hiring him.
He's like Steve.
Probably
Just keeps
Securitas.
showing up. Just want to get paid.
Don't they have like a save settings on there?
It does, but it's not recognized in the DM cam today for some damn reason.
Why not?
Ah,
That's crap.
You got the wrong cord again, or
No, it's the one integrated. It shows up on the laptop.
But it doesn't show up on the screen.
technology.
So we got a backdrop.
You
can't see it.
Can't see it. We got one. Yeah.
well, actually, you can see it.
Well, no, the behind the DM though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to,
on TikTok,
but
it's there, but it's
Yeah.
because the
there's
long view.
serious situations that occurred, from what I understand.
Right.
I can't go back to there. So, from a former manager who lied his ass off. Hope you've been doing all right.
Just reboot everything.
Worked last time, happened.
We get chips or not?
Yep, I agree,
Yes.
Kimberly.
So the way this is going to work tonight is a little different. Being creative and on the fly. So tonight's story is about Wade and his character.
It's all about Wade, isn't
It
it?
is. It is. His character is
Wade
doing
in the
a
middle.
Vision quest. No.
It works.
Wade's World. Party time. Excellent.
Sometimes start handing out booze.
Yeah.
I got tea. Good.
Right on.
Besides, you gotta drink 312 of them.
Oh. Yeah, I was gonna say 312 is my
No, that's
inmate
how many
number.
geese you have to be with.
Okay, so
I would what?
How many gooses?
Oh.
so
How many times you're dick goosed?
so TikTok world tonight. Hello, TikTok. We're live with the Raconteur Society. We have us on two different TikToks tonight. If you see, our regular TikTok is up there in the corner, and then the player view TikTok is my personal account. So
Player view.
player view, woo, player view.
Play
So,
your view.
Player view.
So welcome. We'll be on Facebook Live at some
take
point,
play.
but for now we're on
Next week.
TikTok Live. And hello.
Hola.
So yeah, tonight's session is Manuel's going on a vision quest because he wants to imbue a shield as a relic with certain powers and achievement points. So he has to go through an ordeal. So we had this idea of having him go on an actual vision quest to do this. The ordeal otherwise is just make a bunch of rolls and it happens, but I thought it'd be interesting to actually play it out. So what he's going to do is he's been sent by Felix to see a shaman that Felix knows and has known for several years to help you accomplish this.
Yes.
You're going to enter the hunting grounds at some point and go on a vision quest. But you are not going to be alone technically. he is very knowledgeable about spirits, and he can actually somehow manifest the spirits you think of. So what's going to happen is when you enter the hunting grounds, you are going to have your regular companions with you, but they are not your real companions. They are mental projections of how you see them. So they're kind of like avatars.
Right.
So for the players, what you guys are going to do is you are going to have your stats, just like your player, and you're each going to draw 2 chips. That's all you get, because you're figments of someone's imagination.
Right.
I'm that now.
Well, that's true.
Shut up, Mike. My mic. Wait.
I'm not real. I don't listen to you.
Not real. Neverland has erupted. We're in trouble.
Never. Nico Wars 83-300 has joined us.
Hello,
Yeah,
Nico.
welcome, Nico.
So you guys are going to get 2 chips, and when we start, what we're going to have Wade do is describe our characters for us. This is going to be how he sees us. And if there's any particular ways you want us to role play ourselves, like caricatures of ourselves, that's fine. Otherwise, you're playing your regular character, but you just appear in his mind as slightly skewed. You will be able to participate
normal.
in everything, but you only have 2 chips. Don't forget that. And then if anybody needs help, Wade, if you choose, you would have to spend your chips to help them. If you don't, then it's no big deal.
Yeah.
He's not actually sacrificing a chip, though, like in the rules, though.
Right. Not you just spend a chip for something. You don't have to just pay one and then.
Yeah.
We come cheap.
Yeah. We're cheap companions,
Yeah.
like hookers.
Sheep companions.
Much
We
like.
deliver.
Sheep companions.
Yeah.
Sheep companions?
Bad news.
So,
But if you give chips to Bo, you got to roll vigor to see if you picked up something.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I can't. I will tell you, there will be an itch. You cannot scratch. It's true. I've seen it.
last for 7
Well, yeah, 7 in a day.
So, for the hunting
From a lady
grounds,
named May.
for the hunting ground, if you were to die, your spirit dies and your body will probably die too.
Mm-hmm.
If you survive, you're good. If you take damage, you will take some damage when you come back, but you'll be able to heal it up. For the rest of us, the companions, we are simply spirit stuff. So if we die, it just but nothing happens to our characters. We are not like mental projections of us while we're asleep in
Yeah,
Memphis.
like the one
We're just
Yeah, like the one
pigments
you
of his
did.
imagination.
We are not tied to our character.
We are
So,
piglets of his imagination.
Yeah, piglets of the imagination. Pigs in a blanket, so to speak,
Oh.
because they're sleeping.
Poop.
Ooh.
If I do things, never mind.
Yes, so
Bo
you
sleeps
can
nude, so
take
you're
as
gonna-
many risks as you want. If you're crazy like that, if Wade's like, Kelvin, you appear as a small chihuahua who's just very angry and will fight anything, then play that aspect of your
Yep,
character.
yep, 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 yep.
So
Just remember, if we
just shake
encounter,
all the
if we
time.
encounter an animal spirit whorehouse, we're going to be down a man.
If
Oh.
we,
Or at least down a bow.
if we encounter an animal spirit, we may be down.
If we encountered anything, we might be down there.
If it talks,
Has a hole.
well, not even that.
Well, the potential, the place to put a hole.
Where's the mental projection of Bo? Oh, he's over at that fence. Why is
I
that?
found a hole.
This
Let's
lovely,
open his spirits on the other side.
this London knot hole looked very lonely.
Forget your quest. Let's take 10 feet of this fence home.
Okay.
I had a vision that I would have an entire property surrounding this, and I think this is my
Yes,
vote.
it is known as a jail cell when you get caught.
I need to go on a couple of these.
Well, I suppose that's the question: is will the characters actually have any knowledge of this, or is it just completely out of
It's
Manuel's?
completely out of your mind.
Right,
So
okay,
unless
so
you tell
nobody-
them about it,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, if you do tell us about it, we're taking you to Doc Little.
Yeah.
Doc Doolittle.
you're little. You practice like psychology, right?
Hooray!
Where's an alienist when you need him or her?
Yeah.
Sweet. Facebook is up.
Well, should we go through with get the descriptions out of the way first? Far as...
we'll start with you getting to the thing, and when we enter the hunting grounds,
Okay.
that's when you guys will come in. It's just kind of a quick little intro.
Oh.
How's Facebook doing?
There, but you got to work.
Hey, all right.
Did we?
I'm gonna move that camera back so you can see more.
Oh, move it a little straighter.
Oh,
Or no, move the camera towards the center of the table.
yeah.
It's the camera.
That was my hello to the camera.
You sure we're live? I'm making.
No. I got the camera to finally.
Apparently, my unemployment insurance is something wrong.
That's fine.
Yeah,
You can wait.
I've gotten those.
Did you need
wait,
to-
You can wait.
I'm like,
Have you gotten your car's extended warranty figured out yet? As far as
a friend of mine.
And
Yeah, I've seen it on Facebook before, but somebody left a comment. It's like a copy of a screenshot.
Mhm.
It's like, her name is Haley. She's hilarious. It says, I'm going for a pap smear tomorrow. What should I hide in there that they can find? And somebody put a letter that says, we've been trying to reach you. With your extended warranty." Like, okay, that is the best one I've heard yet. I was like, oh my God.
For the return phone number in Arizona.
Yeah. I just thought that was funny. We've been trying to reach you.
trying to reach what the?
I don't know if I.
If you send $500 for this prince in the photo, your car insurance will be covered.
That's what she said. So.
I don't know if I told you the last month's class, the directing, ended up getting hundreds on everything,
Oh, awesome, dude.
and
Very cool.
the
Yeah, I
feedback
was
on
gonna ask
the
you.
exterior shooting, he was like, "Oh yeah," because I actually had cut it together with the.
Oh, yeah.
But one of his comments was that, yeah, you can tell all of your talent really cares about you, and it's really cool.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh, shit. We are good actors then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can tell your talent really cares. Look at the dude with the grapes on his head. Not just anybody's going to do that.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, that's Mike. He does that.
I
Nobody's
actually has to be going to work.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I'm glad I was going to ask you about it. I got involved in this.
Yeah.
Nancy Torres 457 has joined us. Hey, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
Did you just
Nancy.
rope Nancy?
Wave
Oh, okay. All right. That's
First
pretty
of
cool.
all,
or a grope. Take it as you will.
Do you accept my physical role play?
yeah, let me roll it.
Ever standing no.
So when Brett gets back, we'll go ahead and get started.
In the wrestling world, we had a wrestler pass away. I'm trying to think who it was. Orndorff.
I know that name. I can't think of
What's his name?
Paul Orndorff?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's Paul Orndorff.
Mr. Wonderful?
Man, I used to watch him when I was a kid.
Oh, okay. I remember Mr. Wonderful.
Yep, he passed away yesterday.
Oh, man.
Oh, the carving takes 4 hours,
Okay.
so the offering for that needs to.
Okay.
That's an extra time there.
Okay. And your rituals that you perform in the hunting grounds, the time isn't really going to be important. I mean, it'll take time, but it's like nothing's going to happen during that. So.
Yeah.
So, Big Tots 39 wants to know what our pronouns are.
Pronouns?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, just
Pronouns.
regular old he, in case.
And Megan Bakaka says, "Some chicken butter biscuits."
That's me.
That's a gender?
Then
That's a gender.
C1 Big Roach says, "What's up, Kentucky Fried?"
You got
Your cup.
Oh,
Brad's cup.
Brad's cup. Yeah. What are our pronouns?
I'm just.
It.
I'm he. Yeah, it's
He.
it.
He, him.
We as a group are it.
Yeah.
or pudding.
Yes, definitely pudding. Yeah.
Yeah, pudding.
Hey, pudding.
Mike. Identify as Mike.
So, what you guys
And
are
it's
watching,
Cool, whatever you are. It's cool.
all of you responding on this phone right here, you are at the tabletop view as a player would see our game tonight. If you go to the Raconteur Society, which is tagged in this connection, you'll see the all-over view of us.
It's just us all over.
Yeah. There's actually more people at the table than
Ben just says, "What's going on with Facebook?" No. Hello, I've been waiting long on Facebook. How's it going? We're doing all right, Ben. We're on this one and the Raconteur page, Ben. I just jumped on my personal one for the fun of it tonight
And I think
to give a player view.
Yep. Couple more minutes on Facebook.
Chris Mine 11.
C1 Big Roach, we are playing Deadlands Classic.
There we go.
From Pinnacle Entertainment Group.
Ding! It's done.
Welcome to Facebook. It is Tuesday night.
Hey, we get live.
Which really doesn't mean junk except if we play games that night.
Hey.
Don't forget to go to our YouTube channel, everybody, and subscribe, like, and comment, and
Yep.
set alerts, and
All right.
have a good time. Party.
So now that Facebook is live, we'll just reiterate real quickly. Tonight is a special module for Wade's character Manuel. He had split off from the group earlier to do a
Oh, right on,
quest
big
to
C1
create a
Big
relic
Roach.
that he wants. With
Yeah, we're
some,
kind of small
special
beans, but
abilities.
we're trying to get there.
So basically, I'm running a story where he goes on a vision quest.
Yes,
The
we
rest
love
of the
rice. Little
players are
meow,
actually
meow.
Here, but they're going to play figments of his imagination. So it's basically they're going to be playing versions of themselves as Manuel would see them in the hunting grounds. So they're not really their characters, but they are their characters. So the whole point of this is to get Manuel his relic that he wants to make, and it should be a pretty interesting and entertaining story. Probably be a short story. It's not going to be like over several sessions. We should be able to finish it tonight, I hope. So we'll jump right in. So you had explained that you wanted to perform this ordeal to create this relic, and I know you had talked to Felix about it. He has an old friend of his that might be able to help you in that. He knows he is very proficient in the vision-seeking medicine way. His name is Adam Walks-in-Smoke, and he is a half-breed as well. He's half Apache, half white. So he is an old friend of Felix's. They've actually gone on adventures together and stuff like that. For the Raconteur Society, especially when I had to deal with either Manitows or the hunting grounds themselves, or even just Native American culture in general. He was kind of their go-between, their guide, if you will.
Yeah.
So he sends you off to meet with Adam Walks-in-Smoke, and he is actually not too far. I mean, he's in Tennessee, or probably a little east of Tennessee, but he lives out in the woods. He kind of stays away from people. He does stay in contact with Felix for the most part, but he does kind of shun people as a general rule. He is very loyal and pretty much has kind of an obligation to Felix. Felix has probably saved his life on a couple occasions, but they've kind of done it for each other as well. So you go out and you're going to travel to this area. He gives you a way to get there, and you can use your tracking and all that to actually track him down. You do find what looks like a small ramshackle-looking pieced-together cabin that's more canvas than wood, so it's kind of like a cabin tent teepee thing.
Yeah.
And you notice that when you get there, there's a lot of smoke in the area. It looks like fog, but it's all just around the cabin. And as you get closer, you can smell the distinct smell of strong tobacco. As you approach the cabin, you do see a gentleman come out. He's a little tall. He's probably about 6'1". So he's a little taller. Long black hair, very stern features. I mean, he's got very Native American features, but he's a little paler than normal. He does seem to have like a little bit of face paint under each eye, and then maybe a little bit on his chin. He comes out and he's dressed in what looks like regular breeches or dungarees and old battered down moccasin boots, but he also has like the undershirt, like the Union, like he's probably wearing the Union underwear, long underwear underneath. And he has suspenders, but it's all adorned with like Native American relics and little trinkets and stuff like that. Yeah. You do notice that he does wear a wide-brimmed hat, and he's got 2 eagle feathers sticking out of that. He also has like beads and stuff woven into the hat band and things like that. As he comes out, he's a little older. He's probably in his late 30s, early 40s, maybe. He might even look a little older than that, just because of the creasing in his face. But he kind of walks out. He does carry a rifle, but you notice the rifle actually has like bird feathers and an eagle feather like wrapped into the stock and stuff like that up near the end of the muzzle. So he's definitely not a follower of the old ways movement, but he does respect the Native American aspect of his history.
Yeah.
And he kind of comes out, and as you approach, are you on horseback, I'm assuming, or did you walk?
Actually, I was probably just walking, and probably would have been using the speed of the wolf
to make up time.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you get there, and as you kind of approach the cabin, he actually kind of comes out almost as if he's expecting you. And as he comes out of the cabin, it's like the little flap, and he kind of comes out with his rifle, just kind of cradled in his arms, and just kind of stands there and waits for you to get closer. And he says, "You must be Manuel."
And you must be Adam Walks in Smoke.
I am. You notice he's got a pipe, and there is smoke coming from it, and you notice his eyes are a little like bloodshot. And as he comes out, when the flap opens, you see smoke just kind of.
In the distance, you hear. In the distance, you hear reggae music. Something from the.
And he kind of says around the pipe, he's like, "Welcome. I understand I am to help you with an ordeal you wish to undertake."
Yes, that would be very good.
Let's talk. Yeah. And he basically is, we don't have to role play out, he's going to ask you what you want. You're going to tell him you want your shield imbued with turtle shell. Now, do you have a shield you want to use?
Yes.
Okay. So he asks if you have the shield, and if you do, and he says, okay, well...
Well, I mean, that's where... Actually, I would ask, is the shield suitable? I mean, will it work?
Yeah, he's basically, if you imbue it with a favor, it will work, no matter what the shield. It's the favor more so than the shield. And you noticed he doesn't really have a lot of emotion, a lot of expression to his face, and he also is just very straightforward. Like when you say, "Will it work?" He's like, "Yes." He doesn't even hesitate. Yes, it will work. He's like, "Man, do you plan on doing providing the spirits with offerings before you undertake your ordeal?"
Yes.
Part of your ordeal will be a vision quest. Have you been to the hunting grounds?
In a way, yes. The group that I'm with had a excursion in the hunting grounds in our sleep in the recent past.
Not of your doing.
No. It was actually Wolf that actually pulled the party into the hunting grounds, pulled our spirits into the hunting grounds.
That's impressive. You must have a great connection with him.
I'd like to think so.
Well, you will find out. So they basically invite you in, and he asks, "Have you eaten lately?"
Y'all ate yet?
No.
Do you wish to?
No. I've started my fast already.
He nods, and he's like, "Good. That is a good start." So he's basically gonna fast with you. The first day. The first day.
Fast food, McDonald's, Hardee's.
You guys are basically going to discuss what the ordeal is. You're going to go into the vision, on your vision quest, you will enter the hunting grounds. He can get you there, but he will not accompany you. But he does have a way to provide spirits to aid you but they will be of your own making. And he says they will be there to help you, assist you, or to serve as companions as however you wish. They are whatever you decide they are. But they will come from your
I'm a
memories.
tangerine.
I'm a mango.
A bunch of fruits.
I'm a potato.
Then there's the one guy who's a celery stalk. What are you doing?
I'm stalking.
Wow.
So, he
Mike's
bases
calling
the
his
first
agent
day.
right now.
Right. Gotta get out of here. These guys are killing me.
Brad, why won't you pick up the phone?
My dog wants a word with him.
So yeah, the first day is going to be fasting, and it's basically just talking about what you're going to undertake.
Mm-hmm.
He tells you that when you go to the hunting grounds, you will probably be on a quest. You will know it when you get there, and you may encounter spirits along the way. There may be evil spirits. He kind of asks you, have you dealt with evil spirits?
Yes.
Have you
Sold your soul.
Do you know anything about getting around the hunting grounds? It's not like here, or the Tree of Life. You know, he kind of quizzes you on all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I won't be there to guide you, but
What is 6 plus 3?
you're
75.
Exactly.
22. Come on, get with it.
So he says you will find people to guide you there, I'm sure. Especially if they know you're on the road. But beware, it's a very dangerous place. So that night you guys kind of rest, relax, bed in for the night. The next morning, go ahead and make your vigor check for your first day of fasting.
So I got a 6 on my vigor, so
you're good. The next day, he's going to ask about your offerings that you wanted to do. And you were talking about the food and the carving.
Yep.
So this day is when you prepare the food, you make the carving, and then later that afternoon,
burn them
in a ritual, you know, the ceremony and all that. He kind of oversees it, and kind of asks for spirit guidance and blah, 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 you know. Help this poor schlub do his thing.
Yeah.
Don't kill him. And then he pretty much tells you you're going to go to the hunting grounds, but it's only going to be your spirit. It's not you. He will stay here and watch over your body while you are on your vision quest. And he said, if you incur wounds, I can tend to them if I can. If I can't, you'll have to heal when you get back, so to speak. So he's very straightforward. He has the hindrance. Well, he has the edge stone-faced. So he doesn't show a lot of emotion. His guardian spirit is eagle, you'll find out. So he tells the truth, even if you don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
He will tell you the truth. He's very methodical, very straightforward, and kind of wants to, you know, I'm going to do this, but he's not like, do it now. He kind of lets you do your thing and just kind of oversees everything.
I lost my Facebook connection.
Still crazy.
Well, I mean, I can get my Facebook, so
Oh.
I don't see maybe on my end somewhere.
Well, anyway,
Just saying.
so he basically, the second day, you do your burnt offerings and stuff like that.
Yeah.
The third day you wake up, go ahead and make your vigor check. Okay. So, the third day he tells you is time for you to partake in your ordeal and participate in the vision quest.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
He basically like, here's the Kool-Aid. I'm not sure if the jar or the Kool-Aid is the main. So when you go there, ask him for me, would you?
Oh yeah.
So he basically has you kind of
Paula's
in the
to
cabin.
go
You notice
down.
in the cabin, his rituals are all tobacco, peyote. I mean, he's always smoking.
Yeah.
That's how he got his name. So when you're in there, you're like, oh. And there are times when you may actually have to get out of the cabin because you're like, dude, I'm catching a buzz from whatever you're doing. I gotta step. He doesn't bother him at all.
It's held a fast when you got the munchies.
Pretty much. And he constantly has like Doritos everywhere.
Yeah.
Don't touch them.
Cheetos,
Don't eat them.
Doritos, and Twinkies. That's all there is in the whole place. That's all the government gives me.
So basically, on the
And
third
cheese.
day, he has you lay down and he kind of anoints you with like paint and stuff like that. You can
Yeah.
kind of use your paint and kind of do the ritual face painting and stuff. He basically shows you lay here, lay still. He starts up a campfire with peyote and kind of fills the cabin with this smoke. And he's kind of like, it's almost like breathe deep, go to sleep. And when you wake up, you'll be in the hunting grounds, Dorothy. So essentially, you're going to pass out. And you do have those lucid dreams where you're like, I don't know if I'm awake or not.
Yeah.
And then you kind of black out. When you wake up, you are in a field. And as you look, the sky is like a real hazy blue. And you can see on the edges of your vision on the horizon, the outline of what looks like a tree in the very far distance. So like when you look at a mountain, miles and miles and miles away, you see that little hazy outline of it. You see the hazy outline of this gigantic tree, which you know is the tree of life.
Yeah.
And you are basically on one of the branches, one of the boughs of the tree of life, probably. And as you wake up, you are in the hunting grounds, and your spirit, you are buck naked. So you wake up and you're like, I've changed bodies. I'm now buck naked.
And he's bent over.
So when you wake up...
Wouldn't I have my war club?
Oh, I meant to tell you, that was one thing. I'm glad you brought that up. He asked if you want to bring anything with you. You can choose one item.
No.
The war club. He
Toilet
has a
paper.
spirit weapon. That's one of the favors he has, so he basically dedicates it to you. So when you wake up, you're buck naked, except for your war club and your other war club. You're good to go.
the Manuel's personality is right there with him.
So when you wake up, you kind of like sit up in the grass, in this long, tall prairie grass, and you're like, okay. And as you look around, you hear shuffling behind you, and as you turn, you see 5 figures kind of have just stopped in the grass behind you in a line. And as you look, you're like, hey, I know you guys. So now you get to describe what we look like in your vision.
Okay.
Whoever you want to start with.
Well, might as well just start here
fine.
and go down. So, Kelvin.
Yeah.
Basically, Kelvin, you're carrying a hand cannon. Since you're so...
Like a blunderbuss type thing? Or...
Well, like a small cannon that you're actually carrying.
Gotcha.
I mean, that's since you're so dedicated to rifle shooting and everything.
Gotcha.
But also, would be a female spirit basically hovering around you.
Right. Okay.
And so that would be the
Maybe
main look. But also, as far as like personality, Kelvin is very brash and kind of does the kind of taking the whole light work, amped it up, where it's kind of...
Wow. Okay. That's going to be interesting to play.
Yeah.
All right. Gotcha. I'll do my best.
For Cobb...
This ought to be interesting.
Yeah. Actually, as far as the visualization, Cobb would be very gruff, very, and which leg is it, the limp, that you have your limp?
Probably the right leg.
Right leg. Your right leg is basically like just skin and bone. It's just amplified as far as what the... But then also, you would have the basically crucifix as a...
Kind of behind me and everything.
Kind of behind you. Hold on. As far as personality and role-playing, Swedish Chef. But then, as far as the looks, you've got the whole priestly, the Lutheran, but it's almost flowing and almost like in the anime where the wind is always blowing the fabric.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's just looser than what it actually is, and kind of flowing in the wind.
Always
Where the answer is. Blowing in the wind. Okay.
Yeah.
The answer, my friend.
Then Copperhead.
Wonder.
Mm-hmm.
Copperhead actually doesn't have hands, just pistols.
Okay.
And basically has a veil, like his hat, but he has a veil over his face because he's always hiding.
Oh yeah.
So it's
always shadowed.
he's just always covered up.
Okay.
And then the personality-wise, it's still very gruff, direct, and very in your face.
Okay. Yeah. Kind of like he is now. Sort of.
Even worse.
Even more so.
Yeah.
To the hill.
And then Bo.
Interesting. Okay.
There's a giant dick walking through the.
Walking on his testicles.
Hi guys.
No!
Yeah. You definitely have Randy still, and it's overpowering.
Yeah.
So, but as far as the kind of like manifestation, you also have playing cards just all around you.
Okay.
So it's like basically that's your
Right.
so much a part of you that it's just
Yeah.
Kind of like iron stones.
yeah.
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 Okay.
So yeah, that would be when you would do a hex, you would just be grabbing cards out of the air.
And I've got 2 hot things flying around.
Yeah.
Pick those off.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. So that is what we look like, and that's how we're going to act this evening. Did you guys get your 2 chips?
Not yet.
No.
Okay, let's go ahead and draw those.
Oh, oh.
I got these.
Now should I?
Yes, you should draw because this is a new story.
So should I draw 3?
Yeah, draw your 3 like that. Then if you have to trade them, go ahead and do that now.
Let's see. Yeah. So. Okay. So 3 whites is 3 bounty points.
Yeah.
But I needed.
And the yellows are back to whites. They don't.
Right.
They're not blues this time.
Heavier than usual.
Yeah, usually by the time we're done, we're like, okay, there are 2 chips in there.
White and blue, okay? Right to Noogle.
Okay. Alright. So as you kind of awaken and see your companions with you, you can get up and kind of greet them. None of them really seem to take any notice that you're naked. Maybe Bo. But you guys kind of gather together and they all kind of stare at you, and we can greet them however we want.
Are we dressed or?
Yeah, we are dressed because we are spirits, so we kind of appear as we would normally. Copperhead probably tips his hat with his pistol. Like, what's up?
Well, you were helping me on my vision quest.
Sounds fair.
Well, we'll take care of this. No problem. We got you, buddy.
Don't sound all eager, okay?
Well, I know what I'm good for. I never had a gun this big. It might hurt a little.
This is just our spirit representations of how he sees us. It's not us.
Well, I'm glad you got everything right. Thank you.
Take the hagen hooga fluga. Cookie googa.
Now that is right too.
That's so funny.
I think I understood him better now than I ever did before. And I got a gift to gab.
He just said, we're going to make some lasagna.
Well, now that I have this new form, I'm going to try it out. Excuse me.
Oh, this is going to take all day.
6 years later. Okay, let's start.
So you kind of have a feeling that you should probably start heading the way you were facing. You just have this inkling that maybe you should head that way. Something might be up there.
Okay.
The landscape is just wide open. You're like, I don't know why I'm walking this way, but I think I should. So you begin walking. Everybody kind of falls in step behind you. As you walk for a while, you eventually come across what looks like the foothills of a mountain off to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody can roll your cognitions.
There's nice the Incan noodles.
And let me know what you get. Well, your target number is going to be 7 for you, Manuel. It's going to be a 5.
Just actual cog or search?
Cogs. It's if you notice it. You're not actually looking for anything.
10.
18.
Ooh, pop.
11 for Copperhead.
19.
Okay.
13.
Okay. So everybody but Bo's probably inspecting his tallywhacker.
Yeah.
He found a hole in the ground.
Pardon me. You saw it, Mr. Gopher, but sweet.
Make a
Everything,
cog.
roll your cog.
Yeah, make a cog
Not
check.
that cog, your cognition.
Target number.
His cause a little difficult.
Target number is 7.
Oh, touching myself.
That's what we're just saying.
Oh, look at that. 11. I'm a hot in awareness. Now that I'm
I think everybody knows.
I think his wanker has
Don't
extrasensory
Yeah.
perception at this point.
Now that I went to take care of some business, I can focus
Yep.
for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, as you guys are walking, you all kind of notice off by these rocks, you see what looks like a shape kind of crawl up on the rocks, and it seems to be a wolf. And as you look over there, it kind of looks over at you, and then another wolf kind of comes up, and then you see what looks like something big behind them, and it is a very, very large wolf. Almost like, not Princess Mononoke wolf, but like kind of a dire wolf almost.
Ugh.
And it kind of comes up, and it just levels its gaze right at you,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of nods. And you instantly recognize this as Brother Wolf,
Yeah.
or your guardian spirit wolf. And he's got his spirits with him. And he just kind of watches, nods, and watches you all go. The rest of the wolves act just like wolves. I mean, a couple of them like to lay down on the rocks and just pant.
A couple of them
Look
are
around.
playing poker.
Yeah, yeah. There's like 5 of them. They've got a velvet background. They're playing poker over there. Do a painting of this. It's gonna sell for millions.
There's some dogs over there sniffing each other's butt. Hey, you hear that? Quick, let's get back to the house.
So as you walk past, you kind of see him follow, and as you move on, you see something up in the distance, and it looks like maybe a small curl of smoke, maybe from a campsite or something like that. That's what it kind of reminds you of, like a small fire. So as you kind of continue, you notice that the landscape kind of changes subtly sometimes. Every once in a while, you'll come up to like trees, and you're like, wow, where did these come from? And it's like heavily wooded.
Mm-hmm.
And then as you kind of move through, and you're like, oh, I think there's a clearing up ahead. You get out there, and you're on basically desert.
Yeah.
And as you look behind you, there's no trees. There's nothing there.
Two
But
steps ago, we're in the middle of a
Yeah.
forest. And
Now there's a saloon behind you.
That's always behind Copperhead.
Oh,
He's got the crucifix, he's got a girl, you have cards, and he has a saloon. His own saloon.
that's kind of nice.
That's only that big.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just the door. Whenever he gets mad, they go, I'm coming out of the booth. So yeah, basically you guys walk for a little while, and this curl of smoke seems to be getting closer and closer. As it kind of, you're like, yeah, I think there's somebody up there, like a campsite. You guys hear what sounds like a snort, like. from
Excuse me.
behind
What'd you say, Ola?
you, and you suddenly hear like
From pan to man, right?
hoofs,
That's
hoof
what I
beats,
thought.
like something's charging.
Mm-hmm.
So it's coming up from behind you. So everybody make a quickness roll. go ahead and draw cards like normal.
Yeah, so
13.
What'd you have?
9.
9.
5.
5.
I guess since Copperhead's a player, he's got 11.
11.
Up to 10.
So 13 is
1 for participating, 5, 10. Hey! I like that.
3 for
Aces and eights. Wonderful.
7. So,
Two in.
and then 2 from.
Thank you. I forgot to draw.
Hope that's right.
Yep. Go anytime and 5.
Oh, can you get drop chip?
Hmm?
You can drop chip. You drew the red joker.
Oh yeah, yeah. We've read that last time. You can actually, in the updated rules, they have. You can, if you draw a joker, red joker, you draw a chip.
Yep.
You draw a black joker, you ditch your highest card and lose a chip.
You draw a chip.
I draw a chip.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Pass that on
So
to Wade for his free gift. Thank you for playing.
Come again.
Thank you for playing the home game.
And then I can just keep a hold of that for now, right? Don't have to.
I don't think you have to spend it anytime right away.
No.
The card you have to use this round, but obviously the
Yeah.
chip I think is just yours.
Yeah, and jokers you can't put up your sleeve either.
So, everybody got cards? Aces? Well, let me, before we start,
Yeah.
turn around and see what you're seeing.
Right.
So, what you see coming at you is, at first you mistake it for a buffalo, like a black buffalo. I mean, pitch black buffalo. But as you look at it, it's hunched down. It's like a minotaur. So it's basically like a humanoid body
Right.
with cloven hooves for feet. It's got huge, massive arms that end in hands, but it has a buffalo head. But you notice this thing is like pitch black, and the eyes are like this burning kind of yellowish color, almost like amber. And as it kind of comes up, you notice its maw is like, the beard is all wet and dripping, and it looks like it's blood. And you notice the horns, the tips of the horns are just dripping blood. And this thing comes bellowing, and as you turn around, it's like 5 feet away. You're like, oh shit, it's right there. So, aces. Okay.
Firing.
Okay. Go ahead.
Now
and
this is a
roll.
cannon. How's it operate in the situation?
Just use your shoot and roll. Your
Do I have to
shoot-
light it
shoot
and
rifle.
wait?
Doesn't really matter.
Taste true, fire, well.
And it is going to do the same amount of damage as your rifle would do. Even though it looks big and impressive, it's not like 60-10 damage or anything like that.
Gathering my dice. Hang on a second. $34.
Okay then. So you're gonna hit.
I don't know. I want to check that.
Yeah. Roll location.
Use the oh yeah or fuck die. Fuck.
1.
Yep.
So that's in the leg. So go ahead and roll your damage. 48.
Shot it in the hoof.
Yep.
Let's see. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 17.
17. Okay. Kapow! And you notice it blows part of the calf off, and immediately that meat that just fell off just goes right back to it. Looks like it didn't even do anything.
Oh, this is great. We can shoot it forever. That was one ace.
Okay. Second ace.
I'll shoot again.
Okay.
And I will blurt that out in the process. Oh, we're gonna shoot forever. 8 is my highest.
Okay. Still hits. So roll location.
Oh, location. 14.
In an arm. Okay. Damage.
Damage is 8, 15, 16, 17.
17. Same thing. Blows off and comes right back. Okay.
Yep.
Kings.
Yep. Hurt.
Okay. What do you do?
I'm gonna shoot with my rifle that has the ghost strike in it.
Okay.
So, okay. Die. I'm just gonna use 10 and I'll reduce.
Well, here,
that
I got
does
8.
it.
You can use mine if you want.
4, 6.
Okay. 5d8. Highest is a 7.
So that hits.
Okay.
So roll location.
10.
Okay. Go ahead and roll your damage and add your extra die for the gizzards.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you do. Okay. I got 2 pops. Come on, one flat. Alright, highest is a.
Well, you add them together for damage.
Oh, I don't together. Okay, so 12, 18, 23, 32, 39.
Ooh. So you actually managed to shoot it right through the heart, it looks like, and it lets out a bellow, but it does not stop coming. It seems to just like bellow and flip its head, and you see blood flying everywhere, and it keeps on coming. But you did do some damage to it because there's a nice, good-sized blood hole right there that's kind of dripping a little. It's not even blood; it's like black
Ichor.
like ooze, and just kind of runs down its chest fur. Okay, so that was kings, queens.
Strike blind.
Yeah, well, you really managed to piss it off, Swede. Now you gotta have a little bit of faith in God, and I strike one.
Roll your fate. And I'm gonna treat these as simultaneous. So, Copperhead.
Like the mama fluke.
Brad unleashes into the roller of death.
Ooh, not that good. 7.
7?
Yep.
That succeeds, though, right?
He's got to roll his vigor against that.
Oh, okay.
I believe. Yep, he's got to roll. He's got to beat. He's got to beat a 5.
Okay. It didn't seem to affect him.
Damn it! God's left me again.
Because I'm not real, isn't it?
That's probably. Why is this cross upside down?
It's tilted.
So if it's getting ready to move,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and
Alright. You try and strike blind, doesn't do anything. You see Copperhead basically fire off both pistols, does the same thing, kind of.
But not like him.
Not like him, more like him.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, it's actually going to charge.
well. Actually, I'm spending a red chip for my spirit warrior,
Okay?
and so since I have full, since my
Guardian Spirit.
guardian spirit is full,
Okay.
that'll be a total of 18 points to
18.
spread between dodge, fighting. Well, dodge and fighting because I don't have a bow. Well, I have a bow, but it's not.
He's right there.
Shoot it.
Okay.
I appreciate that.
Shoot the bow.
So.
And you're using the red card to interrupt him?
Yeah, the red joker. So I'm doing that before he's.
Okay. Alright.
But that'll take my fighting to a 14.
Okay. Alright. So let's see.
So if he's trying to charge me, he's gonna need a what?
Yeah.
20 to hit.
He's not charging you.
Oh.
19. You did the most to him. So he's going to run up and basically try and grab you by the arm. So let's
With
see.
his teeth?
No, with his hand.
This thing has hand?
Yeah, remember he's like a minotaur.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Yeah.
So let's see. What is your fighting?
What's that under?
Nimbleness?
I got it. Well, my fighting is with a knife is 3. Otherwise, the general nimbleness is a 48.
Okay, we'll use the 3. That's fine. Okay, he manages to grab onto one of your arms, like your wrist. Okay. That was queens, jacks. Okay. He's going to try and grab your other arm.
Remember, Bo has 3 arms.
No, it's 3
That's
feet.
3 legs.
3 legs.
That too.
Okay. He grabs onto your.
Might have a limp.
Basically, the buffalo comes up, grabs one of your arms, and grabs your other wrist, and kind of does this. Lifts you up off the ground. Okay. 10s. 10.
Phantom fingers.
You're tickle his nuts, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh, it's
I'm
gonna
going
be
to cast
awesome.
Phantom Fingers down my pants.
Whee!
Well, I'm happy. Sorry, sweetie.
It's like magic fingers, but much more personal.
I don't even have to put quarters in here. Mine's I was a little disturbed. Oh my lord, I've dropped everything. Oh, and now I can't see it. Ow, it's poking me in my eye. Could you imagine me like
This is a
that?
typical night for Bo, is the sad part.
I do.
These damn cards are flying everywhere. I usually just have them in the deck. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Ooh, red joker. What does that mean?
It's a wild card, so you use it, substitute for whatever cards you need.
So we got 3 jacks.
You'd think a huckster would know what that means.
Yeah.
I'm only on weekend.
Weekend huckster.
He's a weekend huckster, yeah.
Alright, Phantom Fingers. That's with
He's
T.
in between the sheets huckster.
On the weekends only.
A huckster can't. They're closed. Come on, come on. There it is. 3 of a kind. Person.
He can work in person.
Okay. Alright, so. Can,
This thing has a size of 9, so
Right.
he's bigger than a person.
could I lift his arm or arm off of him? Like his hand?
Now he's got a good grip on it. You'd have to open his hand, otherwise he's just, and he's like, hey.
Well, you're
You
trying
know
to rip him apart though, right?
Looks like it.
Well, if I at least one arm.
Well, you have to ungrip him because
That's
you
what
could
I'm-
lift his arm, but he's just gonna hold on to him.
Can I try and rip his fingers back then?
You could try.
Alright, I was gonna try that.
It's an opposed strength check, right?
So would that be my spirit?
It would be your spirit.
Oh yeah, that's true. I wasn't thinking of that.
Cough, please.
He gets a bonus for that, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I got a 6.
You got an 11.
Alright, you're screwed.
So you kind of pry his hand, and it doesn't really move.
All
at
right.
all.
That's fine. Where's the deck?
Nines.
Over here. Nines.
You're first.
Spade.
It's right there, man.
Spade.
Oh.
I think it's the ones he's got flipped up. I'm gonna cast Dervish.
Okay.
Or pray for Dervish.
Discard these two.
Yes. Made it.
Okay. So what does that do to him?
I can attack twice for every action.
Oh, okay. Got it. All right. So you got it activated, and Copperhead is going to shoot the
If we shoot through, we'll hit him.
True. Shoot the hostage.
Right.
Sucks to be a hostage.
You see Copperhead shoot right dead center about where he shot. It looked like he was going for the same hole, and it kind of hit. A little bit of blood spurts out, but it didn't really do much of anything. So that was 9s, 8s, 7.
I'm going to shoot again. I'm going to call shot this time
Okay,
for the chest.
for the chest.
Same hole. Trying to follow in Olaf's hole. Trying to put it up Olaf's hole.
Well, I'm right here now.
Woo! Target number 5, but it's -4, so your target number is 9.
9,
Hit
right.
his torso, the guts.
Do, 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 do. 7, 8, 9. Right at it.
Okay. You called it shot, so go ahead and roll.
Six.
6?
Yep.
Okay. Doesn't do a thing.
Okay.
It actually kind of bounces off of his chest. Okay. 6s? 5s?
5.
Okay.
Diamond.
Okay. Copper is just going to take another shot. So what do you plan on doing?
I'm jumping up and swinging.
Okay.
Mike.
You swinging Mike?
He's swinging Mike.
I'm swinging Mike.
Good choice.
I'm going to hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
All right. Copperhead shoots one of the legs, and same thing.
Dang it.
It kind of blows a chunk off.
So
So
what do you
I
think?
I see a leg.
Okay. So you're gonna swing?
Yeah.
Swing by. His fighting is a 6.
Swing a badger.
It's 6. Okay, well, my best is 15.
Okay, that hits. Roll location.
And I'm also going to be, as I'm swinging, it's like, shouldn't have attacked the Swede. 4.
In the leg. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
$19.
19. Okay. Alright. So you whack right into its leg, and you can hear it thunk, kind of stick in there for a second, and it bellows. It hurt. Did 2 wounds to it, so you whack it pretty good. That was
5.
4s, 3s.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and try what you suggested and grab it by the nuts.
Yeah. Oh,
Soul blast is
real
testicles.
quick, when Bo cast his hexes, he's like grabbing cards out of the air. And when he casts it, he throws. When he did the thing, it's like a little freakish bat, spider, snake thing flew from his hand and actually, hit the buffalo, but it didn't. It like latched onto its hand and instantly dissipated. So when he's drawing he's actually using manitows. It's not hexes, it's a manitow he's throwing. Just so you
Oh,
know.
jeez.
But like little ones.
You're right.
That's what,
Unless
that's what
it's like a
X-Slinging
really
is.
powerful
True.
or it gets like a really good hand, then it's like, what? You
That's
look like
pretty
a
good
satanic
size.
pig at that point.
Pretty good size. It's like I
What
grabbed
about
my
this
tail.
demonic
like,
blue whale you
it's
just
nuts.
casted this thing?
Alright, so is it still spirit?
For
Grabbing its nuts.
Yeah.
Fan of fingers.
Yep.
So just roll a hit.
well, you got to cast the hex again, don't you?
No,
Or
it's
does-
continuous.
Oh, it is.
Yeah,
okay.
I just spin a wind and it's on every
Oh, okay.
round.
Then yeah, go ahead and roll spirit.
To see if I hit, pretty much, or just grab it, or how would we do that?
Well, actually, yeah.
How would you
roll,
do it in real life, Mike?
Yeah.
You gotta live. You
Well,
grab
I
him,
buy it.
Well-
I got a beer.
roll your grope. No, roll your
I am a 5d12 in rope.
right. Go ahead and use
Plus
your
8 brandy.
go ahead and use your fighting skill.
Fighting skill?
Yeah. And it's
Well, fighting sword, kind of thing.
oh. So
We got a 6.
Okay.
Actually, that does bring a whole new
No,
meaning
because
to
he hasn't fighting
be
his
bow
six.
having
okay.
sword
So your target
fighting.
number is 11. you
Now he's
knock him in
cockfighting.
the leg. He's like, son of a. That was pretty good.
That's the problem with it. It hasn't been milked in a while.
Sneak up on the
I
orc
was gonna
on the
come over and
bridge.
ask you for a date.
That's not milk.
It's a bull!
I milked the bowl. I got a whole bucket full.
You sneak up on the orc on the bridge and roll a one and
Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
gently
There's
caress
a
his back
TikTok
and
I
it
saw.
feels uncomfortable.
Some guy is all,
Twos?
Oh, I'm so badly.
2 club?
I drink
what do you
bull
do?
milk.
Oh,
Well, I'm assuming that I'm kind of
And
like
the
up this.
duet
I
was like,
wouldn't be able to aim my rifle.
That's not milk.
yeah.
So I'm going to kick him in the snout.
Just kick him?
Just
Okay.
kick him in the snout. Now, I don't have fighting other than knives, so just nimbleness.
-4.
Okay.
Hey, Mike,
Yes.
your card on it.
Yep.
And what's that?
And that would be his
All the
roll.
cards?
Okay. So you try and kick him and it doesn't work.
Wipe the snot out.
So next round?
Roll quickness again, or
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the shuffle since we had a joker.
Ooh, fuck.
11 again for Copperhead, just so you know.
13.
10.
12.
80. Hey. Sold!
Hey!
14. 14, 14, 14, 14. What'd you get? What'd you get? What'd you get? What do we got, man? Well,
So do American.
Well,
here we go. High
19.
19, 19, 19, 19, 19. Highest quickness. 5 cards. 4. Shut it up. Shut
You
it up.
fired.
You fired.
3.
I'm going to go back to Vaughn.
3. What did?
I rolled 11, so
All right, 3 for.
Yep. I had a 13.
I didn't realize that there were 6 kings in this deck. That's
It's a
awesome.
peanut butter.
12.
12. So lots of cards this time.
I see that. Aces.
Art.
Right here. Diamond.
Okay.
Heart first.
Right first. So what are you doing? Olaf?
I'm going to have to try to kick him again because I don't have any real fighting options at this
Okay.
point. It's 48. Nice. 4, did you say?
Yeah, -4.
Goodbye. Okay, so 10.
Not enough. You need 11.
Ow!
So you kick and graze his nostril, and he's like,
Achoo! Achoo! Achoo!
I cast smite.
smite. Okay. Ace of clubs. It's taffy pulling time.
Uh-oh. It's clobbering time!
It's 4 club time.
Okay, Olaf, would you care to roll your strength? You never know.
I think we're about to see what the inside of Olaf looks like.
Just a minute. Ooh, fuck. 10.
10? 16. Okay, so
The first joint went kapow.
Oh, put it right back in the joint, guys.
That's been out of place for decades.
It was just I had to try to push that wheel carriage of the case on and stuck in the mud.
Okay. You basically see him kind of look right at you and bellow and just. Your left arm rips out of the socket.
Okay.
Basically,
Off or
pop, and there's blood spews everywhere.
Okay.
Does it actually come out, or he just pops it out of the socket?
No, it actually rips it
off.
from the roots.
Ooh.
So you see.
Is there any kind of penny I can spend on that?
No, but the good news is
Yes.
you're a spirit.
Yes.
So basically, pops the arm off. You see the gleam of bone. Blood spurts everywhere. You do kind of like Herp and Floopy. You yell your Swedish curse word, and he basically drops you, takes the arm, looks at you, and just vanishes.
Bork, bork, bork.
He does the bork, 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 and vanishes. And you are left on the ground. You don't.
It was my left arm that went.
Yes,
off?
it was your left arm.
Okay.
So basically,
Stick
you
up my rifle.
land on the ground. You have
I do
no
believe
arm.
he gave you the
Yeah.
arm, not just the finger.
Essentially, you're just you're not a human. You don't take damage,
Mhm.
but you are going to be like all your nimbleness
Mm-hmm.
is like halved. Deafness is halved. So whatever you roll, have it. That's what you get.
Now, did he take the arm with him, or
He
did
took
he
the arm with him. Yeah.
they're building their own Olaf.
Can I lay on hands and see if that does anything to him?
You can try. Yeah. I will tell you, because you're spirits, you lay on hands, it basically stops bleeding. He doesn't look as horrible, but he's still missing an arm.
Okay, that's if I succeed, or
That's if you succeed.
okay. What's the difficulty level for it though?
It would be a 13 is your target.
And I suffer the same thing if I fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, sorry.
Everybody's arms are falling off. Holy crap! The hunting grounds is
So it's
terrible.
like, oh, don't worry, Olaf. I'll help you. But you notice,
My nimbleness is -2. Did you say?
no,
Or
it's
half?
whatever you roll it like normal, and
Yeah.
then have it, and
So I
that's
think
what you
we're
roll.
We'll just pull out a
done
hanky.
with cards,
yeah.
right?
Just pull out a hanky and just kind of hand his head up for him.
Mr. Hank.
Yeah, now that I cast all my shit, he disappears.
So basically, Olaf, you kind of stumble back up. Yeah.
Ferguson.
You're not really suffering pain or anything like that, but you are just very limited in what you can do. So you still have your rifle in your right hand, but it's like
Bergenstein.
That's what I agree.
you do notice he seems a little weaker, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Like his spirit stuff is a little bit harmed, but he doesn't seem to be suffering. It's more like, well, that sucks. But yeah, he does seem to have a weakened grasp on spiritual being there.
Yeah.
Anastasia comments, "Ouch!
Yeah,
But the perk.
Vert the Ferg.
But the perk."
yeah.
Thanks, Anastasia.
So as you stand up, the rest of the party is kind of like, you react like normal. I mean, it's like he just had his arm ripped off. So, you know, Copperhead's just like, that had to hurt. You know, any of you guys, like, you would immediately like, oh, are you okay? Like, patch him up, but not really on. Like, hey, no, I'm not doing that. So everybody shows concern for Olaf as they normally kind of would.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you kind of come to, or that settles down, it's almost like eerily quiet. And as you look back, that curl of smoke is still right over there. I mean,
No.
I have to roll for
it's- tuck it into the sleeve. Physical role play. That's costuming right there.
Your arm fell off. You didn't get naked.
That's Bo.
Yeah.
He's got an extra hole.
Can I borrow that sleeve just for a little while, please?
Need a hand?
Might need an arm up.
So basically, you guys kind of start walking that way.
Mhm.
You notice that Olaf does walk a little slower. Obviously, I mean, he's not in pain, but everything's a little slower. His nimbleness is halved, so his pace is probably -2. So as you guys walk, you kind of have to help him along, maybe.
Move your asshole off! God!
No donkey don't come on home, but I need.
You'd think you'd be lighter with one arm gone. So as you guys walk
I
up
move faster than you, and I got a bone spur for a leg.
for a leg.
Donkey Virgin.
Yeah. So as you guys kind of move up, you start seeing that campfire really clearly, and it looks like there's somebody laying in a bedroll, you know, kind of like wrapped up or something. There's like a campfire that's kind of burnt out, kind of smoldering. Hot pocket. Hot pocket. Yeah, it's actually just a giant burrito. Yay!
Yeah, bonus!
So no, as you kind of walk up
Too bad I'm not eating.
and approach the campground, you see the whoever's in the bedroll kind of rolls over, but it's like a big bedroll. I mean, it's, you don't know if the sight's playing tricks on you, like whatever. But as you kind of move up, do you announce you're coming, or do you just walk up to the campsite?
I'm coming!
Okay. You see somebody kind of move their head, and at first you think it's another buffalo, but as it sits up and kind of stretches, and it actually kind of gets up, it's a human, but he's like 9 feet tall,
I feel him.
like a perfect specimen. I mean, it's like Arnold Schwarzenegger just got up, and he's 9 feet tall. He's Native American. He's got long black hair. It's his bandana, or his like headband, kind of is imbued and stitched with, like, it looks like thunderclouds with lightning bolts. And he's got turquoise beads that kind of hang down around him that almost look like raindrops in his hair. And as he stands up, you notice he has 2 lightning bolts, like, scarred into his chest, like ritual scarring, and he also has one on each, like, bicep, and one on the back of each hand. And as you kind of see him stand up, kind of yawns, and when he stretches, you hear his back crack, and it sounds like thunder, just that. And as he,
And it echoes in the distance.
yeah, basically it's like thunder rolling, and as he kind of gets up and looks at you, you notice the skies are darkening. And he kind of stands there. He's kind of got the deerskin pants, loincloth, and the moccasins. And you notice next to him is a tomahawk built for him.
Ask him if he comes from the land down under. And then give him a bite of your sandwich.
Vegemite. Vegemite only.
Yeah. As he kind of stands, he looks down at you. And he kind of nods, looks at everybody. What do you want?
Not to die.
He kind of looks at you and he's like, well, we shall see.
Well,
You-
make
I'm
sure you
just-
get Bo first.
I'm just here for knowledge.
Knowledge. That's not usually the way of our kind. You follow the warrior path, the war path,
Yes.
and you seek knowledge.
I seek knowledge on, in the end, helping me follow the path of war better. More ably.
You should be able to do that on your own, shouldn't you?
Well, what are the gifts of the spirits but our own extension of ourselves?
Seems like you're fairly knowledgeable enough. But you need help. Who are they?
These are the people that I've come to find as companions.
A one-armed preacher, a one-legged preacher,
Almost one-legged.
almost one-legged
Or like
preacher.
a third-legged creature. Not like both third-legged. He kind of looks and he's like, these are not of our people. And he kind of sniffs the air. He's like, you're not exactly of our people either, are you?
No, not totally.
And yet you follow our ways.
Yes.
You must prove to me that you follow our ways before I aid you in any way.
Well,
What can you do to appease me? What can you perform?
I got this.
That's why it goes along.
Well, actually, as far as performing, that would be probably the dance ritual.
Okay.
So,
He wants to lay down a beat.
Cobb pulls out his DJ booth.
Boogie no boogie.
Scratch.
Oh,
yeah,
it pulls out
time for
a
the
jar.
elaborate
and it
dance.
goes,
Okay.
Harmonica.
So 4 hour.
Now, it says 4 hours. Basically, what's going to happen, it will seem like 4 hours, but you don't know how much time has passed. And you guys are just like...
We're just standing there like...
Pretty willing to be like, wow, nice job. Yeah, good job.
We just kind of walk around and bump into each other.
Yeah, yeah. You guys can start a mosh pit if you want.
So you want me to go ahead and make the roll for the?
Yeah, go ahead and roll your ritual.
Okay.
And whatever appeasement points it grants you, mark those down.
Hey, Sammy.
Thank you.
Okay, so a 15, which is 2 raises.
Okay.
So that was a total of 3 appeasement.
Okay.
Who did that?
How much did you get from your burnt offerings? Did it?
Well, I get an extra per, so
Yeah. Okay.
I'm technically already at 5.
Okay. All right. So after the dance ritual, he kind of watches, and he seems to be enjoying it. And when you're done, he's like, "You do well. You honor us very well."
Thank you.
One who's not fully blooded, but we will not hold it against you as long as you keep your ways.
Is it not the ways that are more important than the blood?
Hmm.
Is it not the ways that are more important than the blood?
It is. So if you keep to the ways, you will have my honor, my respect. Now, because we are brother in spirits, you and the Thunder people, we, or I, will aid you. What do you seek here? What is it you wish to accomplish?
Ask for Wi-Fi. I'd like to invent hot dogs, please.
He's like, that's stupid.
You should die now.
You're not inventing hot dogs. Now, the slaw dog, we can do that.
I'm on a vision quest to help me. I'm going through an ordeal to imbue my shield with turtle shell.
I see. You better protect yourself.
Yes. It has proven very helpful on occasion.
What about them?
Yabble dabble.
What about them?
We're here for fodder.
I could use a new
said-
leg.
They're here for morale.
Do you seek to protect them as well?
If it is possible. But I usually protect them by standing in front of them.
Warriors tend to do that, I suppose. Just don't forget who's behind you. A good warrior also knows who he can rely on and who needs to be by his side. And when. The one you seek is Kayon, the turtle. The actual turtle.
Yes.
He is that way on one of the boughs of life. You will find his cave, and if you have garnered enough praise from the spirits, he may grant you your wish, your request, and you will fulfill your ordeal. If you do not have enough appeasement, he may turn you away. You have a long road ahead of you. Perhaps you should rest. If you rest here, I can keep you safe. But once you leave this camp, I cannot protect you, and I will not aid you any further. This is your ordeal and yours alone.
Then this would be a good place to rest.
Yes, it would. And as he kind of sits, he's like, you must be tired from your journey. Do you wish to eat? He
No,
actually kind of uncovers some food. And it looks really good. In fact, you guys are like, hell yeah, we want to eat.
We ain't fasting. No,
You just need some spirit food.
Yeah.
fasting is part of my ordeal, so I will have to.
You notice he
You
kind of
kinda
looks at you and kind of like nods. Kind of like, yep, okay. So you guys eat, kind of bed down, and it feels like for you, it's like, and I'm up.
Hey,
Yeah.
you know there's a
But you're-
quality inn right over there.
You're fully rested, all that stuff. So and as you wake up, he's basically standing over you with his tomahawk.
Mm-hmm.
And he says,
That's
I
a
must-
hell of a snooze one.
that was
he says, well, I must be on my way, and you must be on yours.
Yes.
I have a
Thank
feeling
you for
We will be on ours.
Thank you for the
You will
protection
be on
and the
his.
assistance.
Say one more thing.
I'm chopping over.
Say one more thing. Say
And
one
I'm
more
chopping
thing.
your-
Some more
I'm
thing.
chopping
One
off your
more
John
thing.
Thomas and giving it to that buffalo as a gift. And then you will have invented the hot dog.
Slaw dog.
Yes, hot
Did you
dog.
ask him about
Bo
the
comes with his own
buffalo?
slaw.
Slaughter.
No, maybe you should, just in case. Maybe he might have something important to say about it. Like where his arm might be.
He's kind of packing up his things while
But-
you guys are talking.
By the way, if I might, as we approached your camp, we encountered a pitch black buffalo that is the one that took his arm.
Took it back to the Deadlands. You may receive it again, but I wouldn't go retrieve it. And if you do receive it again, keep it separate. You don't know what they've done to it. The Manitou. This black buffalo you speak of,
Yes.
the Manitou. He's trying to stop you from accomplishing your goal. Apparently you and your companions have angered the masters.
Well, that is true. We have encountered actually, because Manuel was there when the one time they met Stone, right?
Yeah.
We have encountered one of the servants of the Reckoners.
There are many, some more powerful than others.
Yes, well, Stone is known to be a very powerful servant.
You say so. He probably is. I do not know that name, but I know there are greater Manitou here who wish to stop those who frustrate their masters, the Reckoners. As a matter of fact, one of their servants, you're lucky he's not trying to stop who's watching over you right now. They have bad history together. Very bad. If you seek knowledge, you may ask him about that.
I will.
Well, I must go. So should you. I believe you have friends up ahead. At least I think someone wants to speak to you.
Okay. I will.
He pretty
Look
much slings his bedroll with all of his stuff in it over his shoulder, tucks the tomahawk in his belt, and he says, I am Konochi. Was well met.
Well met, Konoshi.
And he pretty much turns and starts stalking off. So you guys kind of like, goodbye.
And then the direction he indicated.
Yeah. So you start walking, and as you walk, it's kind of that weird thing again where it's like, yep, and we're in Leva's campsite, and we're on rock. Okay, rock desert, and his campsite's no longer behind you.
Looks like Arizona.
Yeah, looks kind of like Arizona. You're coming up to like what looks like a cliff face there's all kinds of caves in the cliff face,
Mm-hmm.
and you kind of find yourself climbing the rocks to get there. Sometimes you're like climbing rocks, sometimes you're walking on the surface of the rocks, but as you look over, birds are flying perpendicular. Like, you're like, I think we're walking on the wall. Like Batman. So, you know, things don't work quite that well in the hunting grounds. You just kind of keep focused on what you're doing. You're okay, but you do get disoriented quite a bit. You have a feeling if those spirits weren't here to tell you where to go, you would probably be totally lost in here.
Yeah.
You guys are like, yeah, whatever, we're following you. If you wander off, don't wander off. So you guys stick together all the time. As you kind of climb the cliff face, you look like there's several caves kind of scattered around you. There's one in particular that seems to be calling to you. And as you kind of reach one of the ledges and kind of get up, you're all on this ledge. It's probably about as wide as this table here. So it's kind of like standing. As you look down, it looks like you've gone
Miles.
40 miles. You know, you're like, oh, so this is the top of Mount Everest, or halfway up, you know, and you guys are like, wow, this is kind of narrow. And just as you kind of stop there for a breather, you hear that bellow, and you hear hoof prints charging, and you can see rocks kind of shudder off of the ledge and just clatter down this cliff. And from your right, you hear, coming around the bend, you see a big black hand grab the wall, and it comes into view and starts moving around the corner, that big black buffalo. And as it kind of sees you, its eyes like glow yellow, and you can see smoke, and actually like it looks like it's had blood in its nose, and it just spurts out, patters on the pavement, or on the ledge, and just kind of starts moving in. Sorry for the pun.
That was utterly bad.
I know. Well, he is a cowboy.
No. Boink. Yeah.
You know, that's no bull.
Oh!
Ow! My brain. Thank goodness it hit it there.
You're lucky he doesn't have his little calf with him, because if you pushed him off the ledge, you'd be like, bye, son.
Give me one.
Okay, all right.
Somebody hand me Steve.
I'm sorry.
Whoop-a!
I know. I'm sorry I heard that.
You realize I have 5 of these.
Let's go bull.
Okay. So he comes around the corner and basically snarls, starts moving up. So quicknesses.
Two pops. Nice.
Ooh, 2 pops. Thank you.
5.
20 even. Nice.
$39.
Holy crap.
I think that's good for 5.
Yeah.
So Cobb pulls out the ring, pops it open, the flash suit comes out, envelops him, and I'm ready to go.
20.
20. So that should be 5 also.
Copperhead's asleep. He got 10. He's like, what? Huh? So 2 cards, or 3 cards for me.
Mike? 8. 8? Okay, we'll pass those down. Olaf, what'd you get?
5. So 2 cards.
That guy looks like the guy from Mythbusters. Talking about Dale.
I get that a lot.
You're...
But which one?
Sorry, Kermit the Maid. I didn't see it posted.
But which one do I look like?
The dead one.
Oh, okay.
The one
The
that's
gelatinous body they always throw off the cliff.
Anastasia had commented about me, dedication to his character, way to go.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so everybody got cards?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, aces. All right. Hey, okay, so Wade, you're first. What do you do? Okay.
Since it's been, I assume it's been 4 hours.
Yeah.
The other previous one is wore
Yeah.
off, so I will pop same thing, Spirit Warrior.
Okay. All right. So you can do that. Now, how many points do you have in your Guardian Spirit? Does that
5 right now.
Okay.
That's where when I spend the chip, it goes off what's in the
Guardian Spirit?
Guardian Spirit.
Okay. So don't. But those are appeasement points you have stored up, right?
Yeah.
So don't forget those will count towards your overall.
Unless I use.
Doesn't he get twice the appeasement when he's in the hunting ground?
I think he does.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Well, is that for a ritual?
you want to look that up for us, Brent?
Yeah, I actually brought that book. So.
Okay.
Because in that case, I would have
10 points.
3 extra.
Or yeah.
Well, no, 3 more off of the dance ritual.
Oh,
Because I had 3 for that.
right.
So if it's doubled, then I would have 6 for that.
Right. So once he finds that out, make sure you
Yeah.
keep track of that. Okay. So anyway, you pop Spirit Warrior.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm going to move towards him, try and get in front of him.
Between him and the group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you're kind of in the middle of the group, so
Mhm.
probably Copperhead and Kelvin are closest to him, and then these 3 are on the other side. So
Yeah.
how about you, Mike?
I call cast Soul Blast, and I got 3 different kinds. That's 4d8.
Okay. All right.
Watcha!
He throws a rabid demonic chihuahua.
And it wasn't Chihuahua because it did only 11 points.
Okay.
Actually, what was the location?
Oh my heavens! Nutsack. 14.
14. That's a chest. Arm. Okay. So yeah, basically it kind of hits into it, bites him, and it just kind of heals right back up.
Bad man.
Actually, you did 14 points? Yeah. So, actually, no, it would have taken a point of damage.
Good, my Chihuahua.
Okay, so when you're performing rituals, add your, well, this might be old now, I don't know, add the shaman's spirit coordination, not die type, to the final ritual roll. You understand that?
Oh, so whatever you rolled.
Add the
whatever
shaman's spirit coordination, so what's your spirit?
4d12.
Okay, 4, to the final ritual roll, so you get +4. on
Okay,
any
to
ritual
the
roll.
to the
To
roll,
the roll itself.
Yeah.
Okay. Which wouldn't have been enough to bump it because I was right at 15.
Right.
So I would have needed a 5 more to get another point.
Another point. Because I know Hex Arcana kind of came after that, but it didn't say anything about when I looked at
Okay,
it.
let's see. All appeasement points generated are doubled.
Oh, cool.
Are generated are doubled.
Right.
Yeah.
So even though you
So
only
I-
got 3, you still got 6.
Yeah. So I
Got it.
Well, I don't know if that's when he whatever he's had stored. I don't think is doubled.
Right.
No.
Just
the
whatever
ones-
he
Just the
generates
ones
now.
he's generating.
yeah,
in here,
as
yeah.
as the rituals occur in the hunting grounds.
Yes. Yeah.
And he's here vision quest. If he was here physically, you might get a penalty if they noticed stuff on him that didn't belong here. But that
Oh,
doesn't
right.
count here.
Yeah, no. He's a rooted spirit.
Oh, did you need to know for him? For Mr. Magic
Oh,
Huckster?
Oh, yeah.
true.
So I know it's easier for him to cast spells, I think. Because the mana times are permanent. Actually, I guess it won't matter because
All jokers are wild cards.
Okay.
Huh?
All jokers are wild cards.
Okay.
Oh, they're not dealing with Manitow
Oh.
because he's connected to all spirits.
Oh, okay.
I think.
Actually, that's not even going to apply because he's not a real person.
Well,
So,
that's true.
Yeah.
Well,
so,
that wouldn't apply anyway. So
Yeah.
then,
So,
yeah.
so,
Yeah.
so what he's doing is what he's doing. Okay. So that was aces, kings. 2 kings. 3 kings. Okay. You go
You-
first
you're
both
first.
times?
Heart goes first.
Well, spades, then
Spades,
hearts, then clubs. last, so
I'm aiming for the chest again.
Okay.
That seemed to do something last time. So,
Yeah.
what's my difficulty?
Target number is 5.
16. All right. 18, excuse me.
Okay, so you hit. And you got a raise. 2 raises. So roll your location.
Oh, I thought I called it.
Oh, I guess you were aiming. So
Yeah.
yeah, you didn't get a raise. You didn't need one. So go ahead and roll damage.
$32.
Okay. All right. You and you put a pot pie size hole in his chest.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't go out the back or anything, but he kind of howls and bellows in pain, and you see it actually like smolder, and he just kind of looks right. Take that, Buffalo chip. Okay, so
hearts.
I'll follow it right back up with another one.
go ahead. Same call shot.
Same call shot. Uh, 22.
Okay.
So no damage.
This time it kind of,
It's like, wait a minute.
he probably stands to the side, so it goes by him, and he just kind of looks at you. Not very happy. Remember in Gremlins 2, the one that was crazy and his eyes
Yep.
were cold?
That's Kelvin right now.
Okay. Kings.
So I'm trying to make my way past everybody and get up to him.
Okay.
Basically, I don't know how difficult that'll be on the ledge here.
It is going to be difficult because the way you described Kelvin and Copperhead who are in your way are no nonsense in your face. So they're probably not going to move very well. So first one you get to is Copperhead. So you have 2 choices to move Copperhead. You can either use persuasion of some kind. Could you please step aside? Because he may respect you and move. Or you can actually just kind of push him out of the way with your fighting. So how do you want to approach Copperhead? Because even though these are spirits, you still feel like it's your companions.
Yeah. No, I'd be trying to persuade. Excuse me. I need to
Let me by.
let me by so I can get up in this thing's face.
On your left.
On your left. Do you have any kind of persuasion skill?
Right there should work.
Does that even work?
Not at all.
Yes, it does.
Okay. Roll your main. Just straight main.
4 and a
basically
1.
taking this
4 and a
opportunity
1.
to like
Okay.
fine tune stuff, see what actually works. Doesn't work. So,
Is everything working or not working?
yeah, they're working.
They working the way you want it to work?
Well, Copperhead pretty looks over his shoulder, and he kind of like has his guns up, and he kind of looks over his shoulder, looks back at the thing, and steps behind Kelvin so you can get by. Because Copperhead would know you're more equipped to handle this. You remember that? He's like, I don't fucking know what I'm doing in the hunting grounds. I don't know. So he actually does kind of stop for a minute, but he does step aside. So you can get past Copperhead.
Okay.
That was your king.
Yeah.
Okay. Queens.
Yeah. 2 diamonds.
Okay.
Do I have like my cudgel, my walking stick?
Yeah.
You know, like
Yeah.
that?
You,
Okay.
well, I would assume he'd carry his walking stick because he has a bone for a leg.
Yeah.
Alright. I'll spin a white chip. I'm going to concentrate it against this guy.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So. And then what are we like on a little plateau then on top then?
Yeah, you're on a ledge, so.
Okay. Can I actually get to him or do I have to go around him?
No, you
around
would
these
probably be right
guys?
on the other side. So he's moving that way. You can follow him. And he just had Copperhead like flatten up against the wall, so you could kind of.
I'll just follow up behind him for right now, and as I do so, I'm going to go ahead and cast I'll cast Smite again.
Okay.
Made it.
Okay.
Nothing special, but I made it.
Okay. Now that was queen. Did you have another queen or? Was
Nope, that was 2 queens.
Okay. Jacks. Yes.
So, do I have a clear shot of this thing?
Not really, because everybody's in your way. So.
Okay. I guess I'll just put that under my sleeve.
10s. Copperhead's going to put that under his sleeve because he's letting you two go by. 8s or 9s. I'm sorry, 9s. 8s.
I'll cast Dervish again.
Okay.
Yep.
7s. What else? You
Okay,
Now I'm tired of waiting, so I'll kind of skirt around him and
Okay.
try and see what I can do.
All right.
Stick your finger in his eye. Boink! Boink!
Do the whole Three Stooges routine with him.
Yep.
Oh, you got a 9?
I was busy here. I didn't.
What would you have done on your 9?
How big is this thing?
He's the size of 9, so he's probably about 12 to 14 feet tall.
Does it shoot over them? Aim for his head?
You could try. Yeah, you could try that.
Okay.
And what's my
Aim up.
difficulty?
Huh?
What's my difficulty?
11. Because his fighting is a 6.
Nope. I went bust on the first one.
Okay. And that was your first fighting roll?
Yeah.
Okay. You stumble and almost fall off the ledge.
Okay.
So make a nimbleness check. Target number of
3.
5. Okay. So you actually start to go over the edge.
Okay. Can I spend a chip then?
If you wish, you can spend
I'll
a chip.
spend a chip.
Okay.
All right. 5. I got beat it.
Okay. So you almost fall over and manage to pinwheel yourself back against them.
Okay.
Okay, so I got 9. I do -4 to the call shot, so it's 5.
Yeah. And, well, you got a 9, but don't forget you're halved for your deftness and nimbleness because you only have one arm.
So that go to would that go to
Round
5
up.
or round up?
5.
So it'll be 5 -4 1.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So you pull off a shot, goes right over his head.
So I still get my second one?
Yep, you do.
Eight.
Okay. So you swing at him when you recover, but he just kind of manages to back up a little bit. Okay. That was 7s, right?
Yeah.
6. Okay.
Oh, 6. Sorry.
You first.
Shooting.
Okay.
Call shot again.
Okay.
Pretty much all his called shot, if he's brash, he's going to always take it.
Okay.
Try to kill it in a hurry. 2 pops. 3 pops. Or 2 pops. 29.
Okay. You actually boom and put a hole through its chest. Looks like it doesn't hit the heart or anything, but it blows a hole. You can see daylight, and it just snarls and goes absolutely apeshit. So it's just screaming
Right.
at the heavens, but it's still up.
Okay.
Okay.
Fair enough.
6s. Yeah, Operate's gonna take a shot.
If you hit something long enough, you'll poke through it eventually.
Didn't do a thing to it, so that was 5s now. 5.
Soul blind.
Soul blind.
Soul Train! this point, Kelly would be singing, I'm working on the railroad all the long day.
Either that or the anvil chorus.
Oh, yeah. And that'd be, what, oh, shit. I'm trying to think of what that's called. Or the other one, where they use the cannons in the orchestra.
Oh, 1812.
1812 Overture, yeah. Bam, 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 bam.
How you like that?
Goddamn Manitou. Imagine he had some dynamite. Because he would totally be throwing dynamite right now.
Jasmine with fidget sends likes to the host.
Thanks.
Hey, thank you.
Don't know whether you, us in general, me because I'm welcoming everybody. As they come on, but
Either way.
thanks,
Thank you.
Jasmine.
All right, Jay. I'm gonna beat the living piss out of you.
That's an 8. Okay. So you throw a really angry earthworm at this thing. Yeah.
If you get it right in the middle of his chest, they can wiggle around in there for a little while.
Okay. Those 5s, 4s,
Spades.
Hearts.
diamonds. So Brad here first.
This is my whooping stick, even though it probably won't hit.
Ooh. Maybe.
11, you said, right?
Yep.
First one hits.
Okay.
So,
Smack this bad boy.
I don't know.
Right.
Whack-a-doodie.
Roll location.
Oh, right in the left testicle.
All right then. Oh,
So this is my strength part.
Right in the mummy, daddy mummy.
Inside half or outside half?
7. So that's 18. 19.
19 points of damage?
Yeah.
Where at?
Oh, that's a good point.
Left pinky.
4.
In the leg. Yeah, right in the kneecap. He
Take a
lets out
sucker!
he lets out a bellow. You managed to knock him pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And you said 19?
19.
Okay, yeah. You crack. You I think you feel something like pop out of place.
Love from God, baby.
So he basically bellows again. He's already rabid. You see this like greenish blood floam coming out from
Phloem?
the side. And his phloem, it's the Nickelodeon. And his eyes are basically starting to roll like real crazy.
That was my first hit.
Yeah. Go ahead for your second one.
Come on, baby.
No. So you swing again, but you miss. Yep.
Shooting.
Sure you don't want to persuade him for anything.
Shoot or persuade?
Which one do you want to do?
I'll shoot.
Okay.
It's Kelvin.
Okay.
11.
11?
Yeah.
Okay. So you hit. Go ahead and roll location. Were you calling?
Calling.
You were calling the shots.
Always
still?
calling. Yep.
Okay. Go ahead.
Always calling.
I like that noise.
Sounds really good on the phone.
Sounds like Mo's in a hotel room next to us.
Oh man, here we go.
25.
Except you don't hear another guy going, "Stop it, goddamn!"
Get off me, mister!
You just don't know what you're missing, boy.
I told you the sheep are
What'd you
outside.
roll? 25.
25.
Okay. You blow another chunk out of his chest.
You're blowing chunks. Oh.
And it's still going.
It's fine.
Yep.
Trying to punch through.
Fours. Overhead. He's going to take a shot at that hit.
Yeah, it really helps to have that on. It does.
Yeah.
Actually, with that.
Yeah. The blue light makes it.
I thought it was on earlier.
It was never on.
It wasn't on.
It was on at first.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. It went off. So.
Copperhead shoots, hits it in the head,
Yeah.
and it actually like recoils and kind of like jerks its head and kind of it almost snaps it out of its panic, and it just kind of fumes and looks at the three of you who are right up there like just murder in its eyes. So that was 4s, 3s. Okay, your first one.
All right.
Get him.
Second.
Jumping forward and swinging.
Okay.
Hmm. 18.
Okay. Deal with it.
With a raise, even.
Yeah, you're right.
14. 15.
Well, you could put it in the upper guts,
Yeah.
but that's about it. Okay, go ahead and roll. Damage.
Total of 10.
Okay. Okay. So you managed to do one more pretty good wound to its chest.
Mm-hmm.
And as you do, it basically snorts, and it's going to swipe at you with its claws.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. You're fighting right now is 14.
Yep. +1 for my club.
Okay.
That's 1 to defense, so total of 20.
Ooh, 21. It actually hit. Let's see. So.
At least one part. With all those dice, it's almost inevitable one would pop. Multiple pops.
Oh, I can roll location. 18 upper guts. He's going to do 34 points of damage to your upper
Go, man.
guts. 6 kept pacing. 34 points of damage.
How many
So
wounds is
5
that?
wounds.
Yeah, it'd be 5 wounds.
That's a killing blow.
Okay.
Phew. Man.
And as he does, just rakes across your chest, and it looks like you were going to just buy the farm right there. But you managed to step back just in time, so it just kind of swipes right past you, and you can feel the force behind this. As it does it, it's looking you right in the eyes, and it vanishes.
Damn it.
So we're out of rounds for that.
Gargle.
The once it vanishes, you guys are kind of like, ah! Everybody takes stock. You're all okay. You're still missing an arm, so you're good. Basically, you kind of...
And he didn't have it with him. Did not have it with him.
Didn't have it with him. As you guys kind of stand there, you hear like the wind howl through those caves.
Ow!
Well, as it kind of blows through those caves, you actually hear a wolf howl nearby at that cave that you were being called to.
Okay.
So you can kind of make your way up that cliff face. Yep, and kind of move to the entrance of that cave. And as you do, you kind of see in the darkness like 4 sets of like yellow eyes. And as you kind of move in, it kind of brightens actually, and you see 4 wolves in there, and they kind of look at you, put their ears up, kind of turn around and start walking.
Follow.
Okay. As you kind of follow them deeper into this cave, you notice that as you walk by, you see other wolves. Some of them have pups that they're kind of protecting.
Mm-hmm.
And toward the back of this cave, you see it kind of opens up, and right there is
That Manuel.
yeah, the big wolf.
Yes.
Brother wolf, as we call him. So he's kind of sitting at the back of the cave, just kind of paused, sitting there. And as he looks at you, it's kind of like you hear his voice in your mind. You don't really see him talk, but he says, "Welcome.
Thank you.
How is your journey going?"
Fairly well so far, except for the pitch black bison that seems to be very annoyed.
Perhaps it is you who's annoyed. It's from your past. It chose that form for a reason.
Yes.
Perhaps it's trying to draw your rage and anger toward it, rather than the actual foe you should be facing. What's beneath it? But that is something you can think of, and something you can practice here on the walls. Why don't you favor my pack and show us
How you pee on the walls.
show us how you envision your past and your future in pictures, not words.
Very well.
Picture page.
Yeah,
Picture
So the
page.
painting.
painting. Yep.
Anastasia says, "Oh, wolves."
Yeah.
Go to our YouTube channel. Subscribe.
Today.
Obey us.
All
That's
right.
that's what the wolf is.
Yeah.
You paint. You pups. Check out YouTube.
Make sure you subscribe today.
Make sure you subscribe. Keep them big.
Keep them big.
Hit that bell notification so you know when Big Wolf comes.
All right.
Manuel starts painting the YouTube logo, the Facebook logo.
Instagram
I have seen
logo.
these symbols before.
You said show you in pictures. It's a YouTube channel.
YouTube channel right there,
Check
man.
that
Go,
out.
go push it. You'll
You
figure
can
it
look at their history and their future. Come on.
What is this? Account suspended.
I'm suspended. Who is this bow person? He sleeps with many? Is that
Bo sleeps with many.
And sometimes at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. Probably.
You need a rolling arena, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I
President.
got a 20,
Oh, good. Okay.
which is would be a total of, let's see, so 2. Total of 4, doubled and be 8.
Okay. So how many appeasement points do you have total right now?
1 billion.
2.
Billion. Two that should have been the vampire weaver.
Actually, I have 16 that I've collected. Still have 5 in my totem, so 21 at the moment.
Okay. All right.
It's like some bad quest from Zelda or something.
How many gems have you collected? Don't forget your rings, Sonic.
Your rupees.
Every time the buffalo hits you, it's like, oh,
Ding, ding.
and you gotta save the little animal spirits.
Grab the earthworm.
Okay.
Oh, the raccoon slipped out of your hand.
So yeah, if he was asking for history and past and future, probably would have painted family, and then the family getting the attack of the buffalo soldiers, and then the showing the group, and then some of the monsters we faced together, like the tarantula,
Yeah.
the some of the
Wendigo.
villains,
The Wendigo.
the Wendigo, some of the villains we faced, like the guy in the armor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The vampire.
And as you're painting, doing the cave painting, you notice you rolled a 20, so you did really well. It's almost as if the pictures you're drawing have movement to them, like the motion comics.
Yeah.
So
Harry Potter
as you're
painting.
doing this, it's kind of like
It's the Harry Potter paintings.
they kind of play out the scene
Mhm.
as you paint them, and as you do, you feel that connection to those memories,
Mhm.
and it seems like it's more powerful to you. You know, you're like, oh yeah, and here's where we fought the Wendigo, and you're like, oh my God, it was so scary.
And the first time Kelvin used dynamite.
Yeah.
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 Moment of history.
Yep.
Yeah, and it is
Here's
kinda
where the
like-
page turned.
Yeah, it is kinda like it would be like your classic montage, you know, like oh, this is where Copperhead almost got possessed, and this is where Bo found out he had 2 kids. Neat, you know, all these epic things.
And 2 diseases.
This is where a whole regiment was coming after Olaf. This is pretty crazy. You know, it's like yeah.
But was Manuel with us at the beginning when we had the ghouls in the outhouse?
Yeah, but no.
But after that, okay.
Yeah, he came in after that. So yeah, as you paint, it really kind of brings the emotion and like how much your tribe means to you and stuff like that. And you notice Brother Wolf is actually kind of watching. And as you kind of finish and look back, he seems very, very pleased with what you've done. You notice some of the pups are like whimpering, like they're crying. You know, like seeing this all out, they're like, oh, it's so sweet. You know, they're like watching a movie. The kids are watching a movie. But you notice Brother Wolf is like really kind of like nods and says, knowledge becoming great. So is more of you, your compassion. The warriors are nothing without compassion. The warriors are nothing without friends. You can be as many warriors as you wish, but if you don't have a heart, you are not alive and you will die. What you seek is to protect you, but don't forget, you can protect others too. And he kind of looks at the painting, not only these guys, but like some of the paintings are people you've helped.
Yeah.
And it's like, don't forget, that is to serve you and them. A true warrior knows this.
Was this supposed to be really picture? No. Yeah.
And he says, but you have done very well, and I am proud of what you've accomplished. This thing you asked for is to aid you, but it does not make you. And he says, you may go with my blessing. I will try and watch over you, but I cannot protect you against your own past. Only you can do that. And he kind of nods and kind of says, "Now get out." He just kind of motions you to, you're on your way.
So you get the finger paint.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Paint by numbers.
I'm a turkey.
Yeah. Oh, and you made the turkey with popcorn? That was really awesome. You did a really good job. I'll give you a couple extra appeasement points.
Now, what Bo was doing behind there, huh?
Yeah. Bo was, I don't know, writing his name on the wall,
Yeah.
but kept having to, like, shake the pan. I didn't know.
The damn ink won't come out. I just can't figure out.
Smacking against the thing.
Let
He
me
must
pop.
have a paint marker.
Let me pop another blister and get some paint.
I gotta go over and write a different piece of paper. Hey, will you try and see to get this thing to work?
Oh.
And on that note, we
Now
leave
that's-
the cave.
That's what she said. Yeah.
So you guys exit the cave, and as you exit the cave, you find yourself on plains, like grasslands again. And it looks like you're in the Midwest.
Oh,
There's, like,
we're near Chicago.
And there's all kinds of
And Copperhead goes,
yeah.
"What?"
Oh!
Go
Yeah.
back in the cave. There's all kinds
What
of
cave?
wheat and corn. You know, the wind is gently blowing, and it's very peaceful out here. And it's like, hey, this is pretty nice. I kind of like this. And as you kind of travel, you come across what looks like a very large river, but it looks more like a creek, but it's ginormous. It's like a creek the size of the Mississippi. You know, it's got the reeds and the cattails and stuff. It doesn't look like a normal river. It's like a giant creek bed. And as you come to this creek bed, you kind of see animal spirits all throughout. you know, and you see like rabbits hopping and even grasshoppers and stuff. You see a couple deer at the water, all kinds of stuff. And it's just kind of abundant with life. And as you kind of walk up, you notice as you walk up, they don't seem to react, but as your companions walk up, they kind of stop, but they don't run. And then they quietly go back to what they're doing. So as you kind of get there, you notice that you see what looks like a feather of some kind of drift down the water, and as it kind of goes to pass you, it turns, like spins on the water, and then goes back upstream. And then here comes another.
It's a buffalo feather.
And it is,
I know it.
it's from a buffalo. And it kind of goes back upstream. And as you stand there, about 3 or 4 feathers come down
Like,
and spin.
come this
and
way, dumbass.
Go back up the upstream.
Yeah.
Baby tinka tinka son nigga moombaga.
Now he sounds like
Right.
he's
He's
from
like,
Samoa.
right.
It's
Start going that way.
Yeah, okay. So as you guys start making your way up the river, you see it's kind of going to the mouth of another cave, but this cave is huge. I
Tell
mean, it's,
everybody I'm on my way.
it's got the rocks and the grass hanging off of it and all that stuff, moss. It looks almost fantasy oriented. I mean, you've never seen anything like this in the real world, that's for sure.
It's One-Eyed Willie's cave.
You you see a baby Ruth come down, float. There's somebody pooped in the pool. It's baby
It's
Ruth.
maybe
It's 2 movies in one.
Should I do the truffle shuffle?
Okay, 3. Yeah,
Trouble
Goonies, Caddyshack. Yeah, we're doing good.
Yeah.
We're killing it.
Bo's like, how do you know about my one-eyed Willie?
I'm unknown here in this.
Yeah, you are. That's why the animals freaked out.
There's wisdom within the animal kingdom.
Ben says fish on, and Anastasia says ducks.
Ducks, yeah, they're ducks. Fish on, is that a Primus reference, I hope? Fish on.
He's on.
Okay, so as you guys get up to this cave, it's kind of, there's like a mist around, and as as you approach,
I apologize.
you hear something from within breathing, and it's a very deep
Breeding?
breathing.
Breathing?
That's him breathing.
Oh.
Breeding. Oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You hear a very heavy, loud, kind of peaceful breathing. As you kind of get here, you hear a voice kind of emanate from the cave, and it says,
I like pudding.
There was one that's thinking meatball.
you hear a voice from inside, that's what she said. Basically says, you have come to disturb my sleep, but for a reason?
Question mark.
Yes.
And
for
it
a
sounds
reason.
like an old, like an old man,
Mhm.
his voice.
Yes, I am here to give my imbue my shield with turtle shell.
It is done.
Congratulations.
Hey!
I'm already
Damn it, I've been trying for a week.
Perfect timing.
He's gotta go over to review my damn shield.
Sucky's in there, son of a bitch.
Hey, what,
You want something?
want me to review something?
I tell you what, you send Bo in here for about half an hour,
I'll
and
make
I give you whatever you want.
I'll make that turtle shell. Really?
Oh man.
Oh.
Okay, so anyway, no, the voice says, what can you do to appease me? Well, can you show your admiration for me?
Well, let's see.
It's a big tweet.
Still have
It's a big queen.
the animal spirit sacrifice, sand painting, tattooing.
You've got plenty
Tattooing.
of animals here. You got plenty of animal spirits. You do
Just
have
pick
sand.
one.
Well, pick one to start if you
Yeah.
need another one. But you've got sand here.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to tattoo one of your partners. No, hold him down. Hold him down. I'm going to put Dickhead right here.
Tattoo an arm on Olaf.
The one left behind.
If you see this arm, insert here.
Yeah, just tattoo on his shoulder. Tab A.
No, it's slot B.
Slot B. Yeah.
Now I'll go ahead and do the sand painting. Start with. Let's see.
It's like an entertainment smorgasbord.
Yeah.
Board.
And the painting itself will be turtle
Okay.
and as the centerpiece, and then everything around that.
Okay.
Turtle winning a race.
Beating the
Against
crap
the
out of a
Minotaur.
rabbit.
Yeah.
Against the Minotaur.
With the
a
rabbit
big old
under its
stick.
foot.
With a musketeer hat with a huge feather and carrying a little repartee with his sword.
Do the Turtle Island Native American motif.
Yeah.
Okay.
And don't forget, you can always spend chips on these rolls too if you need to.
Can he spend our chips since he's part of his imagination? No.
Well, 11 is the best I got.
Okay.
2 11s, actually.
Imaginary chips are the best, though.
Yeah.
Which was good enough to
Just need some imaginary fish to go with him.
make it. All I needed was a 7.
Okay. All right. So you
So
do
no
your,
raise.
You do your sand painting. How many appeasement points do you get from that?
A total of 4.
Okay. So that puts you at what, 25 appeasement points?
25 with my totem. We still haven't resolved the fast either, so.
Right. So, tell you what. Why don't we go ahead and resolve your fast? Because this is kind of the end, and see if you have enough. Otherwise, you might have to perform another ritual if you can.
Okay. Actually, so blue chip adds or
another die, and then add it to your highest.
yeah. And is it the same die or is it
Same die.
Same die.
So if you're rolling d12s, you get to roll another d12 and then add to it.
My eye.
Okay, so my best was 9.
Okay.
And I needed at least a 10, so
You get
this
a
will
1.
add to it, but maybe get a raise.
Yeah, you
so
might get.
another 9, so 18.
Okay.
So success and a raise. It's another 8.
Okay.
So I basically need to spend 1 out of my
Guardian.
guardian spirit.
Okay. So basically, as you finish that up, you hear that voice, and he says, "You have done well, and you honor us greatly. In that case, I will honor you with your wish, and you will need it." And from the cave, like coming out of the cave, is like Gamera's head. I mean, it's an old ancient turtle, but I mean, you would all fit in his mouth.
Right.
So this turtle head comes out just very slowly, and it's like got moss and water.
I had the same thing happen to me last night.
On the toilet.
Right.
Cameraman.
Man. And it comes out and basically hovers over you and kind of like leans its head down to look at you. And it says, "You will need this soon." And it basically kind of shuffles its back, and you hear something splash in the water, and come floating out of the cave is your shield, but it looks like it's got turtles. It's made of turtle shell, like
Yeah.
one of his scales, and it kind of floats out in the water upside down. And he's like, "Take it, use it wisely. I give this to you, and you alone." So you can pick up the shield, and as soon as you pick it up, he says, "You may need it now." And he basically moves his head back into the cave, and you start hearing that snorting.
Mm-hmm.
And as you turn around, there are 7 of them.
No.
And as they're around the creek bed, kind of some in the water, they like circle you to the mouth of the cave. And as you look, you notice they now have markings that almost look like Union soldier uniforms, but they're marked into their fur. And they kind of like bellow and start like kicking the ground and swaying their heads. And as they move forward and you grab your shield and you guys are all ready to like, yeah, you suddenly kind of like wake up and you're like, yeah, you know, in this cabin that's full of smoke, and your shield is on your chest because that's where you placed it.
Yep.
You just kind of wake up out of a dream and you're like, it takes you a couple minutes to actually calm down.
Yeah.
And there's Adam walks in smoke, just smoking a pipe, watching.
And in the background, you can hear 5 other people going,
Going, son of a bitch, where'd he go? Damn you, light work! No, but as you wake up, the first thought is, where am I? And the second thought is, where are my companions at? And then you realize they weren't real, they weren't your companions, but it was so vivid that your first instinct is to worry about these guys.
Yeah.
And as you do that, you can kind of calm down. Adam looks at you and he's like,
Sucked, didn't it?
sure, it's going.
Dope man.
He looks at you and he says,
Boogie boogie.
I think you achieved your goal.
Actually, the ooh-ee-ooh-ah-ah
Team Tango with Bing Bang.
Says, I think you've achieved your goal.
Yes, I believe I have.
Well done.
And there was mention made that you have something in your history that was actually applied with a Manitow that was interfering.
It wasn't a Manitow. He must have spoken to Konachi.
Yes.
It was a Ravenite. And as he kind of puts down his pipe, he pulls back his sleeve, and you see what looks like was a tattoo, and it's all like scarred, like somebody just put a hot knife and scarred it. And he's like, I was the last of my tribe. And for a time I followed. And then I thought better of it. They did not like that.
I imagine not.
I've been not on the run, but avoiding them ever since. But there will be a time when I will rise up and fight them. But not now. I seek a way to undo what he has done. I speak of Raven. I know of him.
Yes, I do.
What he's done unleashed this. I'm seeking a way through my visions, an easier way to undo it. I have not yet found one, but I know there are others like me doing it. I hope to encounter them one day.
Well, for that I will be more than happy to provide whatever assistance I can.
That is good to know. Well, you should. I know you have slept a long time, but you should rest now. You may depart in the morning if you wish. I am glad to be of service to you and my friend Felix. May you aid him well, too.
I plan to.
Good. He pretty much says, would you like to eat now?
Yes, please.
Good. So you guys have a big old feast because you've been fasting for 3 days.
They got some donuts. And some.
I've been smoking this stuff for a while, man.
I ordered like
starving, man.
I ordered like 16 pizzas, dude.
be coming up here real soon.
All the way from Chicago.
Robert, your first Uber.
Kelvin comes riding up. Why the fuck did I start doing this?
This shit's cold.
This was a bad idea.
Yeah.
But on time?
But on time.
Basically, as you sleep that night, you do have a
Right,
dream
1 week or it's
about
free.
Brother Wolf.
Yes.
And he actually comes up to you in the screen and kind of nuzzles your back as you're like standing there in the dream. You feel like you're in the hunting grounds again. And he kind of nudges your back and you're like, oh, hey. And he basically tells you, you have done well. You serve well. And
You smell good.
and I noticed that you kept your companions safe for the most part. You did not lose any.
For the most part.
Well, he says,
Only one part.
he says, you are a true warrior of the wolf. They are warriors in their own way. But if you seek to undo the evils of this land, you should band together, make sure they are all safe, make sure you are safe as well as them, so that you can undo the evils that you encounter. Do you understand?
Yes. Yes, I do.
He says, I know some spirits do not feel that you have the true blood, but you have the true heart. You have your tribe. And he kind of howls and recedes into the darkness. And you wake up that morning like totally refreshed. Your appeasement pool for your guardian spirit is full. So, and you're like, yeah, okay, I'm good. So, you have your
notice
shield.
on your shield, these names that say Leonardo.
Oh no!
Yeah, that's the turtle shell.
It's the last Ronin.
So basically, you wake up, you have your shield, you can sense it has power to it,
Yeah.
and you're free to go
Yeah.
back to Memphis or whatever.
Yeah, actually, the full list of the blessings I put that I had planned for the shield imbue with turtle shell, so the actual favor is imbued into the shield. It has a permanent appeasement, 3 points that can be used for that, and it's also indestructible.
Nice.
Like,
Can't get
It
destroyed.
can be knocked off his arm, but it can't be destroyed.
Can't be destroyed, right?
So we can always find it.
Right.
So,
So does this mean you'll be playing Manuel along with Trigger in the future, or what?
no, it'll be one or the other.
Okay.
Yeah.
so I hope that was okay.
Kelvin misses his buddy Manuel. Thinks about him all the time.
He does. He does.
Asks Lily all the time to
Good
check on
ordeal
you.
vision quest for you.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, good. Thank you. So, yeah, Manuel is free, and now that kind of also explained, I made it to where it explained why you were going so long. First of all, you had to walk to Adam's place, and then you were
And then
there for
back.
like 5 days doing all the ritual stuff, so, and then come back. So that kind of explains why he's been gone so long. So,
Cool.
so
Good game.
good. I'm glad you liked it. Yay!
Thanks for joining us, everybody. We'll see you all again next Tuesday.
Memphis, Olaf wakes up. What happened to my arm?
My arm hurts, yeah.
I must have slipped on my arm wrong. It's
Yeah,
like
he said that they can't feel anything.
Make sure to join us on all of our social media. Go to YouTube, subscribe. We'll get to 50 on YouTube. We're doing another giveaway. So thanks again, guys, for joining us.
Thank you.
We'll see
Thank
y'all.
you for everybody. I hope I didn't miss too many of you responding and making welcomes to you on the TikTok. I tried my best.
Right
I
on.
think it was one-handed at one point.